course, we're gonna boot off this stream with an ad.
Oh yeah, right away.
Right after we're gonna start with an ad?
Oh yeah. Hey, by the way, hey everybody, welcome to Torchlit Tap.
I don't have an ad.
Are you a subscriber?
No.
I don't have an ad yet. They're not the same for everybody. That's what I've kind of learned, which is
What?
dumb because they do give you the chance to like know that they're coming. But hi everybody, welcome to Torchlit Tavern.
Yes. I think I'm not gonna do TikTok.
Commercial. We should introduce who we are.
Yes. Hey everybody, welcome to Torchlit Tavern or Torchlit Tavern's Twitch channel. Torchlit Tavern on Twitch. Is there enough T's there? I don't know. I could probably multiply that.
Twitchlit. We're getting Twitchlit tonight.
I am your Torchlit Twitch Master, your Twitchlit Torch Master.
What is happening?
You're a man with very little idea what's going on. I'm just kidding. I know everything. Because tonight, I'm not some game master. I'm a Mythcrafter. And welcome to Mythcraft Country. Our show where we put on, well, we put on a show, obviously. Our show where we play a game based in a system that is just budding. It's a budding system. It's just released. And we had early access before, and now we're just kind of like part of everybody else. And so far we like it. We've been playing for a little while. We got our three characters. They will introduce themselves. As I said, I'm Jeff, your Mythcrafter, aka the MC. Yeah. And well, I'll give you a little background as far as like where we're at here in a minute, but let's just start with intros. Starting, of course, with Mav.
What's up, everybody? I'm Maverick SD. I am playing the lupine character of Hondu called Jorn McBain. I am apparently was missed very much a couple sessions ago, and now realizing that, well, this is going to be interesting. No, we're having a great time, and yeah, we're getting into the part now where Jeff is off the top of his head, and this is where it gets good.
It's a scary place to be.
You apparently haven't played enough with Left.
Left is also a scary place to be. It's a very scary place to be.
He's my best friend. I've been in scarier places. Trust me.
Yeah, he finds a way to tune it up a notch. He has played with Left, aka
Mm-hmm.
Ulven, but he hasn't played long enough to know that. That being said,
Spoilers.
This being said, Ulven was my first DM.
That's true. Ulven was his very first DM, and the thing
Trial by fire.
somehow that made
Out
him
of the
want to
frying
play
pan and into the fryer.
Yeah. And thank you for the confidence that it's going to get good now that it's me. No promises. Up next in the order of introducing themselves is Henry.
Hello, I'm Henry. I'm your shifty little guy, Klepton Gray, who recently died and then was reborn through the evil of unicorns. And
Evil.
he's not okay.
He's not. And that's as much as I can say before we get into the legal
Tony's
issues.
here to make sure that your ego gets stroked. If not,
There
more
it
than
is.
that.
Tony always willing to stroke a little ego and maybe a little more. Hi, Tony.
Definitely a little more.
And finishing.
Too many out of pocket.
And finishing our introductions is, of course, the one, the only, the reason we're all here, surprisingly, Jameson.
Grandpappy.
Hi, my name's Jameson Oxford. He says I'm the reason they're here because I sucked him into a podcast a few years back. Check out the podcast.
Wait,
I'm a big fan of
so
it,
that's what
it doesn't matter
to get him to join a podcast?
Yeah, he actually kind of begged to be there, but that's neither here nor there. My name is Jameson Oxford. I will be playing Gaul Sudman, your druidy trollkin called a Brunei in Mythcraft. They're a little troll man, and they're adorable. They got little horns.
They're also a gargoyle when they sleep. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they gargoyle. They gargoyle when they sleep. They turn to stone. It seems to be a troll thing in this lore, and I'm here for it. I love it. And I'm also kind of I'm kind of druidy. I'm like a nature boy, but I'm also a barrister by trade because it was the closest thing to like like a holy judge, like a going for that small town judge vibe.
Small town judge, the nature boy.
Yeah.
Woo!
He's just a small town judge.
No, don't. No,
No.
not that one. Don't do that one.
Yes, that is our group. Just to make sure that everybody catches the parlance of this system. That is Jorn, Mav playing Jorn, who's a Hondu, who's taken talents to be a fighter, and his background is a guard. Henry, who's a Klepin, who looks like a raccoon, who's taken talents to be a rogue, and his background is an urchin. And Jay, who's a Brunei, who is taken talents to be a it's not
Mage?
technically a druid yet. What are they? Do you remember?
I'm a warden of the primals. Like I'm not in the. I have not taken druid anything. None of that. I haven't done that.
He's a warden of the primal.
Yeah, which gives me access to the druid magic, but that's it.
And his background and occupation is that of a barrister. Again,
I think I'm an outlander. Is my
yes,
my
the
background.
background,
Yeah.
with the barrister occupation. Yes.
Yes.
All of those things.
Character creation is fun.
All of those things are important in this system. As other systems you may have played, those things kind of don't really come into play. They really kind of matter here. And you may notice that I said they've taken the talents to be these things because there is not a class in the same way. There are talents you can take that make you like a certain thing. So, that being said, let me get you a little caught up. Just a little. I'm going to try to make it brief. I'm gonna keep it black, but I'm going to keep it brief. That being said, we met our weird hodgepodge here, our little group, in the town of Bridgemore, where they were all brought together by a shiftless thief named Jairus. Jairus, who brought them together by simply saying, hey man, I think there's some money out there, or at least some acclaim out there, if you want to get involved in a little bit of solving a cultist problem. And for some reason they all did. Because that's how the game works. You have to all agree to do things that maybe
You have to buy
doesn't
in.
make sense.
You have to buy in.
You gotta buy in.
You gotta pay the ante.
Gotta sell. Gotta sell. Sell it.
Buy, sell now. So,
I'd buy that for $1.
It's when he's close to the microphone.
yes, it does increase when he gets close to the microphone. They then solved that cultist problem. The town loved them, but then they realized that after that, the town got a little more militant and a little less inviting to all of their friends, including their newest friend, which is, of course, Jairus, who, as I said, a thief. He decided, I'm going to leave. You guys can stay if you like. They were like, no, I mean, what are you doing? He was like, going away. Then they found themselves, my dogs, I don't know why they're losing their minds. Anyways, then they found themselves on their way to a town in a magic manor. That manor was controlled by a dead or undead, who knows, man named Uvior, former wizard. He was like, I don't like these things in my house. These things try to eat magic. They were like, oh, they're kind of cute little guys. And then that caused a fight. In that fight, there goes Klep. Klep, our little buddy, he died because he was really there to defend the little guy, and that was a mistake. After that, I gave them the snowballiest chance in hell to maybe bring back Klep because they are level 3. And they shouldn't be able to do that. But I decided it would be more fun to continue on with these characters to give them a chance to continue on with these characters than to just make new ones. So
Some of us wanted to, but he let us.
I think we both wanted to, but
I love Gaul. Gaul's good. I just
yeah,
forever DM, and
I
I'm
have
getting
so
itchy
much planned for
to play the
Klep.
same character for like 5 sessions.
There's still plenty of time for TPK, boys. Shut up.
We can do it right now.
it could happen.
Klep could get Gaul killed today.
Tonight it could happen. Trust me, I have things ready. My volume's a little low.
Fucking
All right.
tell him, Cal Brown.
Thank you
Thank
for chiming in
Yeah.
there. Hold on while I mess with things. Gain up. Gain
He's
me
always
up.
got his turn down.
Gain
too
me
much.
up, Scotty.
Nope. No
I was
pain,
gonna
no
say,
gain.
He's so much louder to us now.
Yeah, well, at
I
least I,
want
can
less
then
of
turn
that.
myself down. If that's the case. Anyways.
You
So,
can turn him down individually if he's too loud. All right.
Oh hell yeah.
yeah.
Mute, baby.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. Right on, brother. Right on, right on. So,
It doesn't matter how loud you think he is.
this is what it's like playing D&D in person.
Nature
It's
boy,
exactly
macho.
like this.
Yeah, it's a wrestler happy. We're gonna have to body slam somebody into a table tonight. dude.
Get the
I'm on it.
table.
Well, the Rock has come back to the WWE, so that's kind
Yeah, he owns it.
He said no pain, no
No,
gain.
he
and My
doesn't
brain immediately
he
thought
has
of the
he's
Rock.
partial control.
So
Anywho's.
He now owns his own name, though, which is great. Sorry.
Moving forward. Let me turn these guys down a little. That'll help a little bit. It's loud.
Mainly Mav.
Which is crazy. It's far away from my mic.
Yeah, I'll turn Mav down a fucking scooch and a half there too. We'll figure it out. All right. So he died. I gave him a snowballiest chance, and guess what? Through some magic of dice, it worked. Except for there was a bit of a cost.
1,001 chance, so it's practically a guaranteed thing.
Yeah.
There was a
Made
bit of
it
a
happen.
cost there. The cost was he now shares a piece of the soul of a unicorn, and in this world, unicorns aren't happy, sunshine, and roses. They're dark, evil, and love the shed of blood. So what that means for poor little Clet, only time will tell. What it means right away is that he was forced to replace one of the talents he took with the vessel entry talent, which is as good as I could find a way to signify he is soul bonded with this creature. They made their way to the city of Gaius. And in the city of Gaius, well, the city of Gaius itself is a city that is part sort of temporary construction, part long-term construction, all built around a giant flesh pit in the desert. And you might ask yourself, why is there a flesh pit in the desert? And I would
I try
answer
not to
that
ask
with,
that question at all, actually.
and I would answer that with, ask the guys who made Mythcraft, because it was just what's here. So I'm using it.
Sometimes, as a dungeon master, you think of a word or a term, and then you just throw it into the world and go, I'll understand that later. As just a world builder, I've done this. That sounds cool. I'll come back to that. And then you look at your map and it says Flesh Pit, and your players go, what the fuck is that? Because of course they do.
Why would they
And
not?
then you suddenly have to have an answer, and you realize your mistake.
So instead, I had to have an answer, and the answer is
It's a butthole.
It's the butthole of the world. I know what it is.
what they have found in this town, besides the flesh pit, is that that the town is kind of filled with a hodgepodge of people. This city is a mix of miners who are mining the flesh pit for what
I
turns
hope
out
they're
to
not
be
miners.
pretty good jerky. There are researchers who are researching things about the flesh pit in different ways, shapes, and forms. There are adventurers who are just
Trying to find that spot.
looking for a way to make a coin. And then
Oh, it'll make a coin.
And then, of course, there's always your merchants who are traveling throughout this city, or throughout this land of Nalathesh, where they're at. Nalathesh, ruled by a god king. Now, not every member of the party knows this, but it is ruled by a god king, and in fact, any other worship is illegal here. Only Jorn was informed of this. So hopefully, we'll figure out if that comes up sooner rather than later. That being said,
How common are flesh peddlers here? I feel like it's got to be common, right?
well, Nalathesh itself is known for its spices, its fine fabrics, and
flesh.
this area specifically is known for the flesh.
So there's flesh peddlers on every corner.
Not on every corner. It's a process to make it into jerky.
Oh, so there's like a flesh factory?
No. It's a process that each group of people takes upon themselves.
So you'd say that it's Fleshlight then, since it's not too common.
Were you working the whole time for a fleshlight joke?
No, they're just there. It's super low hanging fruit.
Yes.
Much like this hole in the ground.
Anywho's another important thing to mention is that this city, because it is near the flesh pit, and the flesh pit is known to occasionally, eat people, has a good presence of the Bronze Guard, which are the official guard of the God King. So, maybe also watch your P's and Q's, kids. All of this should be made clear to all of them as they are pretty visible. That being said, where we actually left off is in what this area would know as a tavern, but since it's a desert city, it's not a tavern in the same way you would know. It is very open. It is a long-term temporary construction, if that makes sense. It looks somewhat tent-like to allow air to move through it as the temperature is very hot.
Is it a yurt?
It's a yurt-like. They have small
It's yurt adjacent.
They have small kind of papasan style chairs and very small tables in between the chairs, and it is known to be more communal, as you are meant to sort of have discourse and talk with the other people there. Again, borrowing heavily from the only desert cultures I know here in this world, Earth. All of that being said, where they really left off, well, they left off looking over at Klep as he was starting to make a commotion. Now let's rewind a little bit. You see? Yeah, there you go. Good rewind sound. You see, Klep had gone off and decided he wanted to bump elbows with everybody and be Klep, the man about town.
Hobnob and Goober Smooch.
Exactly. Hobnob and Goober Smooch galore. Problem is, Klep is 2 foot tall. And so when Klep's 2 foot tall little butt thinks he can just get someplace, sometimes he bumps into people. He doesn't realize that 2 foot tall doesn't mean he's light enough to not affect people. So when he bumped into someone, he caused them to spill their drink on Klep. Now, you would think that would be okay, because it was Klep's fault. But Klep's reaction involved a bit more knife being drawn. Let us begin on Klep, with a knife drawn at the man who accidentally spilled a drink on him. Not even all of a drink.
Hey, you owe me a new shirt.
I am sorry. I
just bought him that.
I did not intend to.
Yeah, but you still spilt your drink on me, and you owe me a new shirt.
I don't. Your shirt appears to already be ill-fitting. Why do I owe it? You bumped into me.
Yeah, I get that, but you spilt your drink on me. I didn't ruin anything of yours. I just bumped into you.
But it is not. It is partially your fault. Why should I? Excuse me. This is not my first language, but why buy your shirt? You bumped into me. It is your fault I spilt on you.
I don't want to keep talking about that. You owe me a new shirt.
Sir, is it necessary for you to have the knife out?
At what point do we notice and hear this?
You notice immediately as soon as you guys turn to see at you owe me a new shirt.
Oh no, Jordan.
And
Currently halfway through another drink, I look back at Saul and go, or Gall, and I go, "Isn't this your department?"
Jared's sitting there goes, "Oh well, there's too many gold around for me to get involved in that."
and at that last prod at the guy, Oh, I did not write down how the hit works.
Mistakes were made.
I'm gonna start moving his way at Jorn's. This is your job.
Oh, it just. Oh yeah, I did say how it works. Attack the anticipation.
Absolutely. The anticipation for this guy is probably gonna be.
Oh yeah, I don't have any fucking anything. That's right. I am tired. I have full health, but I'm tired as shit.
Yes, and you will be that way for a little while.
I have no magic.
His anticipation is probably gonna be like 9.
Okay, so just roll higher than a 9.
This is just a regular guy, as far as you can tell.
I rolled a 10.
Fucking barely. What do you do to him, bud?
I poke him with a stick.
A giant black cloud just erupts from him.
From who?
From the guy.
Okay, from this patron.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
We become enveloped in this cloud.
how much becomes enveloped in this cloud?
Not specific.
Who does it say it affects?
Oh. The only one who's actually blind. Sorry, he's the only one that's actually blinded.
But his like head gets encased in black, is what you're saying?
Well, no, I imagine like a cloud of darkness like flowing out, but it's not like you can't see through it.
For us, for everybody else, it's not pitch black, but for him, it would be
Yes.
Okay.
So
more like a haze for us, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm
exactly.
climbing down from my chair when I see this shit go off, and I just go, "Clap! What are you doing?"
Jairus, eyes wide, goes, "Fuck, that's not good. Now you should get involved." And he literally kicks Jorn out of his chair and stands up.
Yeah, I move.
I'm gonna
tell me that I need to worry about initiative.
I'm gonna half stumble and go again, draw sword and be like, this is not ending well.
Yeah, let's roll for initiative. An initiative rolled in this system is an awareness roll. If I remember correctly,
What
right?
I'm good at, and I got a 3, I got a
Right?
6.
I got a
Bullshit.
13.
Everybody, we remember that I'm right, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you are right. I do believe it is a game that encourages you to use whatever is effective for the moment, but awareness is the default.
Awareness is the default, and I think awareness is the most effective in the moment. Honestly.
Yeah.
17.
It's not restrictive to awareness, but it does say awareness is the most common.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. All right, so we have. Let me take my little notepad out for this. Little notepad. Not like it.
I love that it's awareness because it makes my 3 a 6, and that's good. 3 more than 3 is good.
All right.
By the way,
I literally had to climb down from a chair.
to go back and chat to respond to left, blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne.
Yes.
It's going for the bake sale.
All right. Anybody in the 20 or up range?
17.
17. No, I didn't think so. 17. All right.
I'm guessing somebody rolled 20. Wasn't us.
So the highest there is 17 then? 17 with Jorn?
Yeah, 17, and then I had a 13, and then Jay had a 6.
6.
Okay, taking some.
I was rolling real good last time, and that is probably the end of my good rolls for about a month. Knowing me.
That's only 2 sessions. You'll be fine.
Hey, it's a great time to roll good. I'm not going to complain.
I mean, you could have got the other being that wasn't a unicorn.
I didn't have a choice on that.
You
Well,
did?
I did. There was a random roll, right? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
There were some rolls that would have helped you there. Okay.
I mean,
Well-
out of all the other rolls, he got one bad one.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're really blaming him for that.
A little bit, but
I think it was in my contract that everyone needs to know that I roll badly. And if he didn't tell you, that's not on me. I do try to have the GM warned people not to rely on my dice.
Ooh, that's a
Remember,
that's a-
technically he's
that's a
MC,
denter.
not GM.
That's right. That's right. Well, I mean, GM is.
It's not. It's a penguin, sir.
Oh, really?
Since you're so insistent on them being my GM's dice.
We're about to have an ad.
I am.
Here come the ads.
See, and I don't have an ad. I mean, I have an on-screen ad, but that doesn't.
I don't have an ad at all.
Yeah,
it says
I don't
it
know
was
why
supposed
it
to be an
bothers
ad.
warning you when you're in the stream manager.
Yeah, I don't need.
It's
I
not
don't-
accurate.
Yeah,
It's not.
it's weird. Anyways, all right, let's roll. I got everybody's. So we're gonna do initiative order, not necessarily because you are going to get into a fight for sure, but because it's better to have an order for these things. So first up is gonna be the patron, who immediately he's got a spell cast on him. He is freaking out, but he can't see. So I think he's going to run in what he thinks is a way, or like back away, and try to get the darkness out of his face. Let's give him a luck roll to see if he trips.
Fucking takes out the fucking tent pole in the middle.
He got a high enough luck roll that he doesn't cause serious damage, but he does in fact trip.
Now I have an ad.
He trips,
Yep,
and he
same.
is yelling. That says the break's gonna end in 46 seconds. I wonder if that's true.
No,
I
because I've got a
believe
I've got a 60-second ad.
Yeah, man.
Mine's got 45 seconds
We-
I
left.
never changed that latency.
We are about 10-15 seconds ahead. Just FYI.
I never changed
So
that
when it
latency.
says
That is true.
Oh, that's fair.
That is a
So-
big issue. I have to address that latency issue. Okay,
I mean, I think it's programmed into Twitch so that you are a little bit
I-
behind.
No.
I told him how to fix
he
it.
told me how to fix it. I
Oh,
just
really?
never did it.
Okay. Oh shit! I want to see that show though. It's that Shogun show.
Ah, yes, Shogun ad. Cool.
I have
Oh
Uh,
shit! Mark. Oh, I was gonna say, is
okay,
Mark Ruffalo
so
in that? No, they're selling me.
Does he hurt himself, Jeff?
He trips, he falls, he does not hurt himself.
Okay.
He high enough luck roll. He didn't hurt himself, but he did trip and fall. Next in the order is Jorn. Jorn, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm going to close the distance between us and where we were and where we should be, and I'm going to get in front of our little Kleppen friend here and be like, "Are you really going to start a fight so soon after everything?"
Talking's a free action. You can respond.
I know. I was just trying to think of how I wanted to respond.
Okay.
I'm not trying to start a fight. He spilled his drink on me, and he needs to buy me a new shirt.
You bumped into him in this culture, in
Yeah,
all
but
cultures.
I didn't ruin any of his stuff.
Doesn't matter. You inconvenienced him first by bumping into him. You're starting a fight at the losing end.
You know,
Don't do this. The guards are going to get involved.
I-
And I can't help you here.
I don't even know what's going on. All I
He
wanted,
covered that man's head in.
I didn't do that.
I can tell you one thing. Somebody cast magic in here, and it looks like it was you. And I think we should get the fuck out of here.
I swear, I didn't cast anything. I don't know magic.
I like a gall.
Gaul. It sounds like we've already moved away from.
Where,
initiative,
this is sort of the talking.
Okay.
This is just a little free action talking. Is there anything you want to do before, or do you just want to put yourself in between? Because
I'm putting myself in between to hopefully stop the situation.
Absolutely. Klep, is there anything you'd like to do? It is your turn. You can continue talking, which will use up your time here, or you could choose to do something else.
I would have already been backpedaling from the second the smoke started pouring out of him because I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You're so to make sure the scene is set. Jordan has jumped in between. Klep is already backpedaling. I don't know what happened, but he owed me a shirt. Da da da. He's moving back. Are you going to take basically your full turn to move out of here, or are you going to continue moving?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I assume it's within my move distance to make it out the door,
Easily.
probably. Yeah. So I'm going to backpedal until I'm out of the smoke area,
Sure.
and then I'm gonna turn and walk out.
Yes, as this place, a huge commotion is happening. People are like confused. They're angered, annoyed. You hear people yelling out. The patrons like who did this? And the people are speaking in a language that only Jorn understands. Uh, it is absolute madness in here. Klep is making his way out. We're gonna go straight into Jairus. Uh, Jairus takes this opportunity to uh, head out right
Pickpocket
behind Klep.
everyone.
No, he takes this opportunity to head out right behind Klep, and if Klep looks like he's casually walking, Jairus picks him up, and they start moving because he knows how to move in such a way to get the fuck out of here. And that's gonna
And
put
Klep
him-
definitely was waltzing out.
yeah. No, he picks you up, and with a pretty impressive roll, you guys are out of there. Jorn, or sorry, Gaul, are you moving with him? I'm gonna allow it. I'm playing this turn by
Gaul
turn
was
because
following
everybody-
Jorn.
Okay.
Gaul was following Jorn. He had that brief add in to their conversation, and when he realizes that Klep isn't like pursuing this man or doing more to this man, I actually turned and went to the man. Hey,
Okay.
hey! It's okay. Calm down. I'm coming to you. Hold on.
Huh?
Don't run. I'm trying.
I
Hold on. I got you. Hold on. Can you?
cannot see.
Does he?
I cannot see.
Hold on. I'm a bit of a healer. Hold on. Let me see if I can help.
He says, "I cannot see," but it's in a language you don't understand. You hear, you know.
Yeah, and I whatever I said apparently is gonna. Well, no, he speaks a little bit because he was speaking to Klep, right?
Yeah, but he's speaking the
Yes.
other language. Which would I technically convey that to him?
Yes, you can convey that in this
He's
situation.
saying he can't see, which is weird because I can see.
Yeah, so dialing in because it's like what the effect we can see some sort of visual effect.
It's like a haze. Yeah.
I
But-
would imagine.
and it's centered
but-
on the guy.
Yes, it's an individual. Technically, it's an individual magic attack.
I'm going to jump in above board here. So jumping in above board, what's going to happen here is that I will allow a little bit of that flavor in there. I'll allow a little bit of that flavor. And what happens is this dark smoke issues from his eyes. Now it issues out and down, and you see it sort of moving through the room, but it dissipates quickly. It is not something that fills the room, as I think it just makes more sense to not have this huge effect for such a small, huge visual effect for such a small actual effect.
A little puff of smoke or something of like dark
Right.
shit. It's cool.
Darkness is issuing from his eyes as he cannot see, and
Gotcha. Okay.
it is issuing
Alright,
down
oh,
his body,
okay,
and it is
alright,
flowing
alright,
through the
alright.
place. It is visible, and it is scary. It is truly a scary thing to witness.
Okay, no, nobody's after you. No one's getting you. Just calm down. If you run too fast, you're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna fall down. You're gonna hurt yourself. Don't. There's a lot of
He's
shit
already
to
on the
trip on.
ground and backpedaling on the
Sit,
ground.
yeah, just stay seated. Hold on. Let me take a look at you. Will he let me touch him?
He can't really see, so he definitely can't see. So I'm going to say that he's going to struggle if you touch him a little bit. But I don't think he's going to try to fight you off. He's just going to be scared. He can't see.
Can I make a? I am not trained in that. Animal handling. Can I
You can
make
try.
Can I just do a perceiving check to sort of get some more information on what this is? Maybe.
He rolls for animal
I
handling.
will allow you an awareness perceiving, but I think if you wanted something better than that, you could do a flat awareness, or you could do an intelligence. An intelligence would probably give you a bit more.
I will go for an intelligence. I'll go for an intelligence, even though that's not great for me.
An
I got
intelligence
10.
would probably give you a bit more just because.
I have religion +1 if that can apply to this. I don't know where his magic
You know
comes
what?
from.
I will give you the religion here,
It's
because
11 then.
Okay, 11. With an 11, what you don't know much, but you can tell this is a magical effect. You can assume it is not hurting him, based on what you're able to kind of perceive. This, it does kind of reek to you of magic of the Everwild. To you, you are like, this feels, and it. I'll even give you more than that. It strikes a chord with you because this feels like that thing that you summoned. It feels like that unicorn.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. Hold on, man. Hold on, bud. Nobody's attacking you. You're safe. I don't know exactly what's going on, but right now it looks like you might have some sort of curse on you. I'm gonna take a look at it, but I just hold on. Yeah, you understand me, right? I heard you talking.
In all fairness,
What's that?
we can keep running it for story's sake, but
Sure.
it ends at the end of the player's next turn.
Okay, so
great.
right about now is when we're gonna. He goes. Yeah, I can understand. Oh, I can understand you. And you see it's starting to dissipate, and it's starting to stop. This darkness issuing from his eyes,
All right.
and he's blinking, like madly trying to see, and it's starting to come back, and he sees you, and he's like,
Hey.
oh, you're not. You are not going to hurt me.
No, my name's Gall Sidman. I'm you might call it a minor holy man, or a barrister out here. I don't know your words, but
Yes,
that's all what happened. But you're okay. You're okay.
I think so. I can see again. I don't feel hurt, but other than the slight fall, but there is many things to cushion a fall here. Luckily enough, I did not end up on a table.
Yeah, I noticed that you guys are big on cushions. That's good. That's good.
Yes. What happened, sir?
I'm not really sure. Give me a moment to kind of look you over. It's good that it went away. Maybe it was just some rogue magic or something. I don't know. It looked like you were having a little altercation with the little man. I don't know.
Was so angry for no reason.
Well, he didn't attack yet, so, and he seemed as surprised as you, if that means anything. Hold on, let me look at you. And I'll just kind of give him a once over, but I'm imagining that with my 11 already.
Yeah, I mean,
I make a show of looking him over to make sure he doesn't have any injuries.
Absolutely, you look him over to make sure that he's not hurt. I won't even make you make anything that would resemble medicine, which I believe would be awareness in this system. But
it would
might
be awareness, but I
intelligence.
have no training in it.
Yeah, it might be intelligence actually. I'll have to double check that. I don't have that.
It's
right
probably an intelligence skill. I wouldn't be surprised.
I thought it was a luck skill.
Yes, medical proficiency is definitely a luck skill.
Here, let me stick my finger in this and see if it works. Hey, look, it's a bullet. It did work.
Yeah, a good chunk of the skills are
Intelligence.
intelligence. Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah. Medicine it falls under intelligence. So.
Okay.
You look him over. You're 11. You shoot, knocks down to a 10 for the sake of looking him over, but that's all you need. He's not hurt. If you'd like, you can make a charisma roll to try to make sure you calm him down.
Yeah, I while I'm doing this, I'm actually trying to focus on him not being like super mad at Clem. I'm kind of just So look, altercations happen. People be drinking. It's like, but it looks like you guys. It looks like he left. So fuck, I got a 4. I have a -1 to charisma. I do not have good bedside manner.
You do not.
He now thinks that Klep is chasing him.
Yeah.
You don't do well at calming him down. He's still very agitated. I wish to leave, and I appreciate your help, but I've got to go. And
no one's keeping you here, man.
And he's
Can you see okay? Yeah, I help him up.
Yeah.
If he lets me.
You help him up. He leaves in a huff. The couple people that he was talking to seem to attend to him, and they all rush out. The proprietor is like, "What happened? Is everyone okay?" Trying to wrestle everybody under control. Jordan, do you wish to do anything in in these times? What are you kind of doing here?
I've kind of like I'm just kind of standing there like trying to figure out kind of what happened, and I look at the proprietor and in their language I go, everything seems to be fine now. Seems to have been a slight misunderstanding. Sorry about the trouble.
Yes, Theshi, by the way. Just
Yeah.
for clarification's sake, the language here is Theshi. So that you hear these people speaking Theshi, you're familiar with it, you understand and you're able to convey that.
Not completely fluent, but I know
Right.
I know enough.
You know enough. You're able to get your point across, even if you are not great at it. It seems like you're probably better or probably worse at Theshi than that man who was speaking to Gaul was at your guys' language of
Doshari.
Dashari. Yes.
Dashari.
So, because you find yourself lucky because a lot of these people are sort of travelers by trade, so they happen to know a good chunk of them know your language. But anywho's,
I'm gonna like, curse at Valstrom. Freaking fuck. What is happening? And then head towards the door.
yeah, you curse in another language so that hopefully nobody understands you.
It's like Soka.
And you head towards the door. Gaul, are you gonna also move out?
Yeah. Is anybody looking at Gaul?
Some people are. I think even maybe a couple people ask like if you know what happened, and some of them try to ask that in a language you do not understand. Others, but you get the gist as a few of them, right, are like, do you know what happened? Do you understand?
Oh yeah, no. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the beer was good. Yeah, it was good. Nice place. And I just like I'm talking and I'm just like nodding and smiling because I don't understand most of what they're saying, and I just kind of head towards
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
And
To
I'll say
clarify,
this:
a couple people ask because they've heard you speak in your or like one person asks in your language, in the language you speak in Dashari.
Oh, that's even funnier.
I am.
Yeah, the
I
beer
am,
was good.
Yeah, the beer was fine. I will politely say what little I know, but like while moving to the door, like kind of like I don't really know what's going on either, because honestly I don't.
Right.
But I don't make it clear that I know Klep, even though I yelled his name already.
Yeah.
And if the owner of this place or guards look at me, I'm face stepping.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys make it out, and as you do, you see that the commotion has drawn some of the bronze guard. Make sure I fucking say this shit right. I'm pretty sure I called him the bronze guard already, but I do want to be sure.
I'm pretty sure that's what you said.
Yes. As am I. But, I am still doing my best to make sure that I'm doing this system justice, as it is such a good system and such a fun world that built.
Elevator music. Gotta love it.
Love it. I don't love the fact that my dogs won't shut up. Isn't that great?
I think it's
having such a good time.
somatic.
Yeah, I believe it's Bronze Guard. I'm not able to find it in my gosh dang notes because I'm big silly pants. But yes, you see.
You silly
Guard.
Billy.
You see the Bronze Guard on the en route. But you know you can make it away from them. Or you can clear before they get too close. What are the two of you doing, as you probably won't immediately be able to find Jairus and Klep?
So I'm gonna walk out, and if I see them at all, I'm gonna actually walk the other direction, at least for a little while.
You do not. You definitely do not see them at all.
Okay, so I'm just gonna
Yeah,
nonchalantly
I'll
walk.
meet up with, I'll nonchalantly walk the same way Jorn does.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
can I roll awareness to see if I see it actually?
You know what? I'll give you the chance, but I'm
There's
pretty
that
sure.
roll I needed.
Pretty sure what I rolled
I mean-
is hard to beat.
22.
Ooh, That's very, very close.
Okay, that's fine. I follow Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, lovely place. Strange. It's a shame that the night was cut so short. Yeah, it was nice meeting you too. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I don't speak to Shari.
Yeah. You make your way out, and you
Making our way downtown.
Yes, you go your separate directions. How long? Where do you guys try to go?
Last place we all met up was the Fleshpit, so I'm gonna head that direction. Just
Okay. You guys make your way to the Fleshpit, through the town, and just before you guys arrive there, you hear oh, best be careful out there. You never know what you run into. Behind you, and there's your friend Jairus with his cloak all the way closed up, but you don't see Klep right away until he pushes him out of his cloak and goes, "I found this for you."
How do you blend in? You're not even dressed like these people.
It's Italian. I don't know what to tell you.
I sit down on the closest thing that is available that is seat worthy, leaning on my halberd, going. I was sitting there, slump shoulders, fucking ears down, just tired.
Yeah.
Just
Just tired. I actually want to take this opportunity. I actually want to take this opportunity real quick to talk to Klep and say, let's go back in time a little bit, because it's not much time, but let's say it's like 10, maybe 15 minutes before you all meet up again. In that time, he's kind of Jairus has kind of hidden you away, as his cloak and his body is big enough that he just kind of tucked you away. But he does, under his breath, be like, "What in the fuck happened there?"
I wanted you to tell me. Was it you?
No, it wasn't me. You've seen the only things I can do. I mean, maybe not all the things I can do. But that's not
That's what I'm saying. Is you've got a lot of secret stuff going on, and I don't know.
Well, it seems like maybe you got a lot of secret stuff going on all of a sudden too.
No, I don't know magic.
Sure, you don't know magic, but somehow the man you were getting involved with, he seems to have had some type of magic involved. Magic affect him. So maybe there's a connector there, and it ain't fucking me, because I don't want to mess with the God King's men around here.
Are you saying that you think the unicorn made me magic?
What unicorn?
I do believe we talked to him about this. Was he that drunk when we showed up?
Maybe. If you believe we talked to him, he goes, actually, you did. And then Jordan,
yeah, because remember, I am terrified.
Yes, I do remember that. Actually, he goes, what did the unicorn do?
I don't.
The unicorn walk.
What did the unicorn?
Wait, just a boy, man.
What did it do? Explain. All right, hold on. Shut up. We're getting too close to people. And then he fucking.
I don't know.
He pushes through and he fucking flicks you a little bit in the ear as you pass through by some people as you start talking. And then next thing you know, he issues you out of his fucking cloak, and he goes. You hear him whisper that first thing, and he issues you out of his cloak, and then he looks at you and he goes, "So, unicorns, something I don't know about. Magic, something I'm not well versed in. Trouble, something I like to avoid in a place that has a fucking God King. So, maybe we begin the talking, yeah?"
I don't know what's going on. Galt, did you do that?
I don't have spells that cause people to go blind or dark. I don't truck with that.
Jorn? It
Oh.
had to be one of you guys.
Clip. It gave off the same sort of vibe as the unicorn.
So-
I
You and Cheris think the same thing.
Again, both times somebody says unicorn, you, you hear me go.
I look over at Jairus and I go, "You think he's tied to the unicorn?" like, oh, you know about this too?
You're muted.
And then he says that while he's looking over at all of you, and then he looks. His,
I
his
died.
black pools focus on you. It's hard to tell because he's got like just black pools of eyes, but he looks and he squints down at little Clep and he goes, "I think you owe us a bit more explanation than you died. How about that? What happened between the death and the not being dead part?"
Well, so there I was in the afterlife, and all of a sudden I got yanked out of it, and I was in this hazy area, and a unicorn stabbed me through my chest, and then yelled at me, and then made me make a deal.
Oh, is that what he was saying to you?
What kind of deal did he make?
I don't know.
Through his teeth, you hear Jorn go, "You made a deal. You made a deal with a unicorn."
I immediately step in front of Jorn and Clep, and I say, "Anything he did is my fault. All right, he was not prepared for what happened. I brought that on him. All right."
What were the words he used? This is important if we're all to learn more about what happened. Huh? What were the words it used?
Yeah.
It used. It said we had a bond, a pact,
What kind of bond?
a soul bond.
A soul bond. All right, now everybody make an intelligence check to see if you know shit about a soul bond.
Okay, for the narrative, I rolled a 2.
Thanks for rolling that for the narrative.
No. I actually rolled a 20, but Clip
Clep
should
doesn't
know.
Clep doesn't know. Everybody shouldn't even have included you. It was a mistake for me to do that, and that's an unfortunate wasted 20 you rolled there. So
14.
It's okay. I didn't waste one. Nat 20.
Nat 20 is only slightly better than Jairus's Nat 19. So as he says that, you look at each other, or he looks at you and you look at him, right? Jairus looks at Gall looks at Jairus, and then they both look back at you and go, "Soul bond?"
Yeah. It's pretty heavy stuff there, bud.
Listen, I don't know
What
much
do I know about a
magic.
soul bond?
So let's get into the above board talk here. What you know about a soul bond is that means that two creatures have been connected by the soul. This is a lifetime connection. It cannot be broken
Unless either creature dies, correct?
unless either creature dies. You can assume. Because you rolled a nat 20, I'll give you even more. Nat 20 intelligence check. You, for some reason, came across this in your barrister studies. You know that this is the kind of deal that could cost somebody their life. Because if the one who is the contractor, not the contractee, dies, the contractee will also die. But this doesn't work vice versa in most cases, with some limited exception. Typically, it is the connection of two souls. You can assume, because again, nat 20, I'm just going to give you a bunch here. You can assume that this means it's not just a connection, that he may have a piece of this being's soul, as that is the thing that makes the most sense to you as far as to bring him back to life. Soul bonds often connect two lives, and in that way can sometimes ensure the continuation of one. I won't give you much more than that because I feel like that's a good fucking amount.
That's fine.
Above
Alright.
board, you already know that like now he can't be rezzed again. Next time he dies, he dies.
Mhm.
But like you don't know that. That's what Jameson knows. We've already discussed. That's not what Gaul knows. Gaul just knows that they're connected now, and that's a fucking
kid.
deep connection. Possibly the
kid.
deepest he could have made.
I just know it's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
kid.
just know soul and bond. That doesn't sound great.
I put my hands on Klep's shoulders and I look at him. I was like, "Hey, Klep, I didn't know how how much went down. If he's soul bonded with you, it means that you are tied to that creature. And if Jorn's to be believed, it's not a good thing to be tied to him. It means
It'll be
that-
fine. And Clip pats him on the shoulder.
well, I mean, in the sense that you're back, it's good. You may have paid a heavier price than I intended, is all I'm saying. And on the plus side, that might explain why you're a magic boy now.
It is common for a soul bond, especially with a its creature as magical as one you had summoned, to mean that they have linked some of their power there as well, because sometimes the power is contained, or sometimes that power is also contained within the soul.
Yeah. So it's you got a little piece of him in you. He might
It's
have a piece of you in him.
It's okay, man. I know you cast a spell. I won't tell anybody. It's fine.
Well, I appreciate that, Clip. And I won't tell anybody about the fact that you know magic now. And I wink at him.
I don't know magic.
Well, we will have to figure out how you did it then, because it definitely was you.
Shit, but I've heard some dark things in the circles I run in. And soul bonding is one of those things that's real India rope type of thing, you know.
Hey, we don't need to scare him too much right away, all right? Yeah, it's heavy. Okay,
I'm fine, you guys.
you're not.
It is heavy. And he like really gets intense when he looks at Klep when he says this. It is heavy.
It is heavy. That's what you sound like.
He stands up straight, and then his cloak with the big cowl closes, and you just see like his eyes and his head and his horns. And he goes,
Above board, what would it take for Jorn to have kind of gotten up and just kind of walked away? Because that's kind of where he's at this point in time. He's not like trying to leave, but he's just kind of fucking out of it, and just the situation.
It would take nothing.
Sobering him up a little too
I,
quick.
I rolled a 17, so it's like
It would
like
take
not
nothing.
trying to
That's
not trying to be
entirely on you.
purposefully stealthy, but like he's just like, I don't want to deal with this right now. I'm gonna walk. I'm going this direction.
If you're intending to slink away, you can
Not
either
slink,
use.
but I got up and just kind of.
Okay.
It was to like without intentionally doing it, but I was just like, I've got to get away from this situation.
I'm pretty
Kinda
sure you could just do
unconscious.
that. I don't think you need a roll at all.
Yeah.
Unconscious while you
Yeah.
guys are talking. I just kind of I've started walking, and I'm
Yeah,
just
you can do that perfectly freely if
Mhm.
you wish to include some version of like being stealthy, whether it's intentional or not. You
Sorry,
have two
taking
options.
so-
You can add your dex to it, or you can add your intelligence to it.
yeah,
Intelligence
so
would
just
be
to 17.
okay. It's a 17 for him to somewhat sneakily, unintentionally slide off.
Just quietly got up and started walking.
All right, Clip. It's a big deal, all right? You know, it's nothing to be. We're not going to worry about it too much. I look at Jarus for a second, just to be like, but we're gonna have to monitor this.
He gives you a very
And
slight nod.
I want you to know that I'm sorry I guess I didn't think through before I cast that spell. That was a little bit over my head.
I don't know what you guys are all worried about. Like, I'm fine.
That's
Look.
good.
And lifts up his shirt and shows the flesh patch because the hair hasn't grown back
Does that
yet.
look normal?
Um,
Well, that's a good
there's-
DM question.
there's like a visible scar there, but it's not like a gnarly scar. It is just like a visible scar.
All right.
Almost like a burn scar.
I wouldn't say it's like a burn scar. I'd say it's more like a gash, right? That's why it's not
Perfect.
gnarly. It'd be
Perfect
gnarly if
circle incision, but it's like healed through.
It's. I would say that their horns aren't so perfectly circular. They are definitely sharp, and they maybe have like they're pointy and slightly sharp. So it is almost like a blade, not quite, but almost like a blade had punctured him. But again, it doesn't look as bad as what you know it is. Like you personally have like seen people's scars healed up.
It's a cool shape, but just tell them it's a cool fucking shape.
Okay, fine.
This
It's
is
a
your
diamond.
chance to make it a
It's
cool. Yes.
It's a diamond-shaped scar.
Cool. So I lift up my shirt and I'm like, look.
Gotta give you my pro tips occasionally.
Yeah.
I'm completely fine.
Yeah.
Jair's standing up straight, looking down at you, not even like tilting his head anymore, looking down at you, and he gives you a slight nod. And then he looks around, noticing now that the
Hey, and we all
gone away.
Yeah, we all got your back. Isn't that right, Jordan? Jordan. Fuck. I'm gonna put a bell on all three. You know that?
It shouldn't
All
take
three
too hard of a look
bells.
to find him.
Look at Jairus. Jairus, you get 2 fucking bells.
Jairus reaches in his cloak and pulls out 2 bells, and then reaches back out and puts them back.
Notice how you haven't heard them the whole time, yet he's had them.
Terrifying. It's a fucked up trip Mitch used to do with a character at LARP. He had a clanging little cowbell on his hip all the time, and he'd muffle it when he ran, when he wanted to fuck with people. Everybody was like, "Oh, you can always hear him coming," and then you wouldn't. He'd be there right there. It was great. Anyway.
First trick you learn.
All right. Hey, all right. We need to keep our heads down, but we should find a place to stay. I recommend we take a couple days to sort of heal and maybe, just decompress a bit, and then we'll look for another job. Does that sound good? We got to find Jorn.
Jairus gives you another slight and slow nod and goes, would you like a boost? You seem to be pretty good at finding people.
You gonna
Roll
pick
to
me
find
up?
him. I'll give
Does
you
that give me tactical advantage?
Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is. He gives you a boost.
17.
Oh yeah, 17. You see him. He wasn't intentionally being sneaky, even if that doesn't beat what his roll was. That roll was
18,
basically
18.
just to kind of walk away. 18 matches, so meets beats, whatever. Yeah.
He's over there. Over there. All right.
Nice.
No more uppies.
Jairus puts you down.
All right. Hey, let's go get Jorn. Hey, I guess we need to stop talking about this face shit around him. He doesn't seem to be able to handle it. Which is weird because, he hasn't had to deal with it like I have. And I look at Nudge Clep in the ribs. Some of us are a little closer to it.
I'm gonna give you a little background as to why I have made him do this.
No. Keep it for the story. Let us find out in story.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't need to.
I have a story time for you. So when you guys are ready.
Yeah.
I will ask you later because at this point I didn't know it till this night and I haven't had the chance.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't ask him tonight, though. Don't ask him tonight. It's not a good idea.
No. Patience is the source of wisdom or awareness in this game. We catch up with Jorn.
Yeah. you all catch up with Jorn. Is there, before I kind of gloss over this, is there any interaction that you think you should have with Jorn, or that Jorn thinks he should have in this moment?
I'm not exactly like full glassy eyed, but I'm just kind of like zoned out, walking, like using my halberd, kind of like a walking stick. Just kind of this whole situation has got him out of. He's out of his head, technically, not like out of his mind. He's just like he's somewhere else. He's not.
There's a lot.
What?
Yeah.
What they might call
It's a
that
lot.
is a slight dissociation. It's a small dissociative
right.
event.
Yeah.
So
I've never had that moment in my life.
Never.
in
Not while driving a 2-hour drive. Never. You know.
in the
How did
approach
you-
of Jorn, since he's not actively doing anything, he's just walking.
Yep.
Klep, upon approach, scampers up his back, and like while holding on to one shoulder, pointing over the other shoulder, and goes, "Mush!"
Doesn't respond. Nothing. He's not all there right now.
Klep boops his snoot a couple times. Boop, 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 boop.
Raises a hackle, gives you a low growl. That's about it.
When he runs off to fuck with Jordan a little bit, I do take the moment to look at Jarrus and I go, Klep's faking it. I don't know if you can read people, but he's not doing good. What do you know about soul bonding?
What I know, it's one of those things you do, like in real desperate situations. Which is not to say that the situation
We had one of
you were
them.
in wasn't desperate, of course. Yeah,
We had one of them. Yeah.
it's dangerous, and I've heard that some do it without the knowledge of the creature in which they're doing it to gain.
Oh no! What would that be like? Tell me a very specific story about that experience.
Nice. Grip and rip it, son. It's
Cheers.
from the things I've heard, it sometimes can be used to gain more power, but it comes at a
Yeah, that's
risk.
what I understood too.
The more you steal from someone, the more they either affect you, or if you're stealing it and they don't know, when they find
So he
out,
could.
it could be
So he-
quite dangerous for you.
That's what I'd heard too. He can take power from that unicorn. In theory.
From what I've heard, I can't really confirm this, but yeah.
Do you think we should tell him about it, or should we keep Klep in the dark?
He looks over. He looks over at Klep, and then he looks back at you, and he goes, "I don't think he's ready, and I don't think he
Yeah.
will make any good decisions with it." And he looks very intently down at Gaul, and he goes, "And I'm not one known for making good decisions in the first place. So if I say it, take that with a heavy grain."
He's prone to rash decisions. I don't know if they're bad ones yet or not, because this decision wasn't his. I put him in that position.
By the sounds of it, the decision was his. He decided to take that deal.
If you were dead and someone offered you life, what would you do? That's what I thought.
That's
what I
really good
thought.
fucking point.
That wasn't a deal. It was a trap.
Fair enough.
We'll help him when we can. But yeah, you're right. I don't know. We should tell him everything about it yet. And we turn back to Jordan.
Yeah, you guys catch up. If bothered too much by the little Kleppen, Jarrus will do the favor of removing him from your shoulder. If like the growls get too intense, I'll be like, "Careful, who's snapping you?" And then you both
Klep, very much like if you've ever had a toddler on your shoulders, kind of does like the rocking back and forth and goes, "Come on."
Again, he's the point now where he is so basically he's so focused on the bad things that we'll explain later. He doesn't really notice that you're there consciously. He unconsciously growled at you because you were annoying him, but he's think of it as like a Vietnam flashback, except he's not outwardly showing it, and
That's
he's
called
never
PTSD, sir. It's
yeah
called,
that.
PTSD
Except it's the fact
flashback.
is he never experienced it, but the things he's heard has definitely activated that.
Sure.
Uh,
I love it.
Klep-
You gave yourself PTSD because you knew that Left wasn't around to do it for you, and I appreciate that about you.
Oh, is that what you appreciates about me?
You know, you guys know that you don't have to do it when they don't force it on you, right? You don't have to do that to you.
Yeah,
Klep,
it's great.
Klep trying one more time to break Jorn out of it, leans into his ear and goes, "Help, there's a cat stuck in a tree somewhere."
Yeah, actually, I got a question about that. If that does happen, do you chase the cat or do you save it being a guard dog? Which one is it? Is that like a conflict of interest?
again, low growl, both hackles raised this time, but
all right.
no vocal, no like he's like you would think he was a zombie just kind of walking.
Jairus hangs his head in the presence of you, Chuckle Fucks, in this scenario.
I attempted a joke. It was a poor reaction. I drop it. I was like, yeah, maybe get him off his shoulders.
Yeah. Jairus
Actually,
yanks-
can I roll an intuiting check on my buddy Jorn?
You absolutely can, and I'll even allow Jorn to react how he tell you how he thinks it does.
I only got a.
He's good at this. Let's see what he only got.
I am good at this. It's 13. I didn't roll great, but I did get a 13 still.
I'm gonna give you, so if he's giving me a little bit of creative freedom, I'll give you this. You've seen people like this kind of after like major battles. It's the 1,000-yard stare. It's not nearly as serious, but he's definitely not here.
Basically, it's like in Kill Bill when and just staring off, remembering all the shit that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if everybody has done what they think they want to do here, I'm just gonna move you guys forward. Everybody good with that?
Yep.
All right. So, upon Gall's advice, you guys find a room. And you hold up for the next couple days, which doesn't necessarily mean you just like sit around. This is a small amount of downtime. Do your downtime activities if you wish.
I'm gonna give you guys one thing. For the next day, Jorn is pretty quiet. He's not full 1,000-yard stare anymore after that night, but he's not. He sits in his room or, sits wherever and just kind of sits there.
Yeah, Klep is back to his annoying self.
It says we need like a week for me to do my downtime thing. So I don't speak the language, so I don't think I try to settle any disputes in town.
That is fair. You also could hire your friend to be your interpreter, as you know he does speak the language.
Like I said, if we're not going to stay a week, what I do is I want to see. I ask around town if there's a shaman of any kind, someone who might know some magic knowledge.
And Jeff, I forget, I want to get my jacket mended.
Yes, you want to get your jacket mended. You can do that in your downtime for sure. Excuse me while I'm doing some math here, because
yeah, and just tell me what I owe.
Yeah, of course. Now I have to roll my percentile. Whoa, that was close.
What is that noise?
People rolling dice. What do you think it's about?
I was dicking with my D6. Sorry. It's pretty.
And you can't say that, Jeff, because you don't hear me roll dice.
Yeah, but I also very much recognize the sound of rolling dice. Like,
I mean, I could hear that.
Yeah, because now I'm dropping it on stuff.
let's see. Boo, boo, boo. I will allow you to mend your jacket for half the cost of what clothes would be. So, would you call your clothes travel clothes or common clothes?
I would say travel.
Okay. For travel clothes, it will cost you 8 silver coin.
So 4?
Yes, 4 silver coin is what you will pay to mend it. Yes.
Okay.
If you guys are getting individual rooms, it's going to cost you 5. If you guys are getting a room together, let me know and I'll tell you. You can get 1 big room with 4 beds or 2 rooms with 2 beds.
1 big bed.
Okay, so 1 big room for all 4 of us is a 15 SC cost split between.
It's important to note that it means nothing to me because I don't sleep in a bed.
Klep covers it.
Okay, covers all 15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I turn a stone in the corner of anybody else's room, however we do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can hang your coats on me at night.
Klep probably does.
Klep, I was gonna say Klep actually requests that you fall asleep like this, so that he can use you as a bed.
You guys are almost the same size.
I just want to let you know that on stream,
Yeah, I'm not
it's
big.
difficult to see that. Where you're doing like.
Yeah, I tried to bring it up.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. He's not
I
comfortable.
guess I could've gone this way.
I lay on the ground and I give him like a basin because I'm his size, but I give him like a.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are essentially the same size. Gaul is only slightly bigger than you are. Also, your meals for the next 2 days, you're taking 2 days off. Each meal is going to cost you, if you're just having an average meal, it's going to cost you 1 silver coin. So say you have 3 a
6.
day. You're looking at 6, yes.
Is this something that we can write down in the future to avoid wasting time on it? Like, is there a standard fare for food that we can?
Yes, I'm going to just use this. I'm going to use the food and drink and all of the charts that are already in there. So I'm not going to adjust it from area to area. That's stuff I don't care about. It's not in the book to do that, so I'm not.
If we were to maybe go into a high, high class place,
or if we want to spend more,
it's already adjusted. A lot of that is already adjusted, right? Like room, hostel with lockers, room, hostel without lockers, room, 2 beds, stable, storage locker. If you want that was the cost of an average meal. Say you wanted a nice meal, it's a different cost, royal meal. And you can look all that up. So from here forward, I'm just going to be like, hey, remove the cost of your rooms and your meals. And you can disseminate that amongst yourselves. Sound fair?
Uh-huh.
Sounds like a plan. All right.
All right, we rest.
Yes.
Do I get any news on a practitioner of the
magical arts?
Yeah, I'm looking for somebody else who does primal magic, actually.
You're looking for someone else that does primal magic. I will need you. You can give me one of 2 checks here. Actually,
Luck check.
Yeah, this feels like it's mostly a luck check, honestly,
Could
because
be a luck check.
you're looking for. I'd
argue
say you
that.
could like look around, but this feels like just luck. Like, how likely is it?
I
that there's
don't
someone
speak the
else?
language. I don't.
Yeah, for real.
3.
I don't think I need to tell you what.
God damn it, he found him.
I found him.
Son of a bitch,
Look.
you found him. You could
Alright,
burn
you-
your luck point if you really want to.
I'm assuming that because you sleep on the ground outside that you are some sort of druid man like myself. Nobody else.
I was
Just
gonna
speaking
say-
to some vagrant who doesn't even know what I'm saying. Yeah. Anyway, I really fucked up. I got my friend into a lot of trouble. I cast a spell that was way too powerful for me. I was hoping you could help me out, like figure out where I went wrong. Amazing, yeah, thank you. I give him a coin. I give him a coin and I
It
walk
would have been
away.
so much better.
You are such a good listener.
It would be so much better if Gaul just shook his hand because, again, Gaul doesn't know currency too well yet, so he doesn't know beggars. So he could have just shook his hand.
I think Gaul gives everybody a coin every time he talks to anybody.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you for your time. Here's a coin. People give me money when I do my arbitration, so I just assume that's what you do when you.
And remember, to be fair, he doesn't understand. He doesn't fully understand coin still.
Yes, that's the point. Yes.
I don't know why it's important. People trade it back and forth a lot. Seems to be the thing to do.
He's a simple country lawyer.
I may be a simple country liar, but
yeah. So your 2 days pass.
done. Did my thing.
Your 2 days pass. You get your shirt mended. You zone out. One guy thieves a little. Anything else?
Light thieving.
No.
Some light thieving.
No. Actually,
my
no.
jacket's all mended.
After 2 days go by, I go, all right, so I want to check in with everybody. How are we all feeling? Some heavy shit happened.
2 days go by. Everybody should be at full health and everything, just to be clear. Nobody should have any death points or anything of the sort.
Jordan is still quietly standing in the corner, leaning against the wall, puffing on his pipe that's actually not lit. He's just kind of like out of habit.
He's
Right.
chewing on it like often people do. With
All right, still, we're still gonna act like everything's okay. All right, so we got together and we all agreed to go adventuring together, and it seemed really fun back in Bridgemore. It seemed like a great time. It was very exciting, and then we had a real reality check out there. Is this safe to say for everybody?
I think
Yeah,
that's
but-
pretty safe to say, yeah.
But guys, it's over.
Well,
On to the next.
Stops chewing on his pipe and looks over and goes,
that leads me to my next
Over.
question, I suppose, is it could be over. We've been through a lot. Maybe adventure it isn't for us. We don't have to keep going. You know, we don't have to risk our lives. We don't have to do this. You know, it seemed fun, but how's everybody feeling?
I feel fine.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
yeah, I know that.
if I'm to be honest, it was some rough times here, but you fine folks.
I do believe you nearly got choked to death.
I did nearly get choked to death, yeah. But you fine folks have helped me stay alive for the most part, and my plan was to keep going to Husk anyway. So we can look for work, you know, I'll make a little coin here and there, my own way, but we can look for work and see what we can do. I'm not opposed to continuing as dangerous a bit of a part of my life in the first place, but I think I'm not really the one making this decision here. As welcoming as you have been, we live different lives, so.
There's a difference between risking, a night in the brig from picking a pocket and getting, stabbed in a random house in the middle of nowhere.
At mention of that, Jairus goes. He takes his arm out of his cloak and he lifts up one of his sleeves and he goes, "I've been stabbed in the middle of a house before." And then
Yeah. Raise your hand if you are okay getting stabbed.
well, that's
It seems like that what we're saying.
phraseology.
I am.
There. I'm not okay with it, but if it happens, it happens.
you hear Jordan from the corner of the room go, "Getting stabs, least of your worries."
Obviously. Duh. We learned that the hard way, didn't we? Here's the thing. it's good money, and there's a lot of work. There's a lot of good we can do out there. As an adventuring party, but we might want to have a little conversation, get on the same page before we take on the next job, because it definitely went sideways because we all didn't know where we stood on certain subjects. Clep wanted to help the person who wasn't paying us. We weren't prepared for that. And frankly, he was right.
Debatable. But sure.
We were about to eradicate a semi-intelligent group simply because they were in the wrong place doing what they naturally do. That would be like somebody thinking it was cool to kill you, Jarrus, just because you took some coins. How is that different?
Do you think that that's not what has happened from time to time?
Yeah. And do you think it's a rational response to murder you? Would you think it was cool if they hired the guard to kill you on sight?
From the corner, to be fair, we were just told to get rid of them. Well, it didn't have to be killed. They started the violence first.
I'm acting this out, so this is his response.
We were making a deal with a dead person.
Says the one who brought somebody back who was dead.
I think there's a lot
Yeah.
of ways it could have gone better. A lot of ways, maybe a few it could have gone worse.
This is what I mean.
Getting
is
on
a lot
the
of,
same
you know.
page. Let's get back to that then. What's the same page mean to you?
The same page means that we get out of this little hotel and we go have fun.
Night.
I'm gonna come back to that response, but I want to say that if we're adventurers, are we in it for money, or are we here to help people? That's a simple question, and I feel like that's what went wrong last time.
Can we all
A lot of mistakes were made either way, but
Can we all have different answers? Because I think that is likely what we do. Because to be honest, money.
You can technically do both. You can help people while also getting paid.
we can have priorities.
I'm okay with that.
Now,
What?
does it always have to be about the money? No. Does it always have to be about helping people? No. If we need money, we go get money. If we need to help people, we help people.
Clep at this point runs off to the bed and has a pillow like leaning on his head, and he's just like batting at the corner of it.
Clep, focus up, bud. What do you think? You want to help people or get paid?
I don't know. Money seems nice. I'm not opposed.
We'll get paid. We can make sure that we take jobs that are ethical.
Fun.
I don't want to run off, orphans for a land baron or something. You know what I mean? The land baron will pay better.
Yeah, it's true. Let's run off, maybe. Sometimes you screw over people. It's fine.
Agree to disagree.
Watch kids fall off their bikes all day long. I don't give a fuck about your kids.
Fuck your kids.
Fuck them kids.
Oh, man.
All right. Maybe we should find something that's a little bit less likely to be an ethical gray ground, and we'll talk about this again later.
Mhm.
But we should probably find another job.
From the corner, all you hear from Jordan is Fleshpit.
Fleshpit. That's what I was thinking too. We should get another job going, especially with the way you drink. Jarrus?
I was gonna say Clep's still back in the corner.
How about if this is something that we wish to continue, we take it on a case by case basis. How about that? Seems weird to negotiate ifs and buts you know, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a happy holiday.
If we take a job for the money like we did last time, we just took the first thing that came our way. And we immediately found that the answer was not easy for one of us to do. Klep switched sides on us in the middle of the fight, and it could have been that if we wanted to get paid, it would have been to fight Klep. So no, I don't think I can just go. We can talk about it again in a little bit, but I do want us to think about that pretty heavily, because being on that same page is going to be important.
Right.
And Klep, you say you don't know what you want to do, but I feel like in the moment you're going to know what to do.
Right. I think being on the same page, situation is situation. I also think if we're going to continue to travel together, which wasn't my intention to begin with, but I'm not. I like you guys. You guys are fun, at least. If we're going to continue to travel together, maybe we just agree that we always have each other's back. That seems easy. I'm not new to being in a group. You know, I didn't learn my skills alone. I was once a part of a bit of a guild, some may call
I
it.
like that one.
I agree with that. I agree. Which brings me to the last point, actually. Hey, if we're going to be an adventuring group of mercenaries, whatever the hell we want to be, we need a name.
Klep.
No, group name.
Klep.
So you want us to be, you want to be Klep of the Kleps. Who's a Kleppin? I feel like it's too deep. It's 3 levels.
Yeah, I think I'll just chime in when I hear something worth chiming in on.
I'm sorry, you didn't hear me. Klep.
You want
What
us
do
to
I
be
have?
called Klep?
What do I have? What do I have?
Do I have silence?
No. Klep gets hit with a water skin.
All right, we'll come.
You hear Jordan chuff in the corner, and then he pulls out a thing and lights his pipe on that note.
All right. Jordan, you speak the local language. You want to go help? Let's go find us a job. Go talk to them Fleshpit masters. Pit masters of a Fleshpit sounds real bad. Like, do they understand the marketing of this place is just bad?
I look at him and go, "You think that?" I was like, "You think that's bad?"
Pitmasters of the Flesh Pit just sounds like a real great barbecue place. If you ask me.
I walk
Well, it
by
sounds
him,
like a barbecue pit / stripper joint. You know,
as I walk past him to the door, I pat him on the shoulder and I go, "If only you knew," and walk out the door and leave it at that.
What don't I know? What don't I know? All right, we go looking for business.
Yes, absolutely. You go looking for business. All right, this is where all of my prep.
Do we
finally
find
comes in
trouble,
handy.
though?
Olvin's ditching us.
all
We
right,
look for business, but find trouble.
quite possibly.
Unfortunately,
Tell me-
Olvin has to work tomorrow.
unfucking fortunate.
On Saturday.
I have to go to LA tomorrow, but it's fine.
Ooh. Take the train.
Trains are great.
Nah, we're going to Frankenson's.
Ooh,
You
okay.
might be able
All
to take a
right,
train
all right.
near there. I don't know.
Where is
No,
Frankenstein?
we're
You know
driving.
that's what they gave to Jesus when he was born?
Frankensons?
Mhm.
No, they gave him frankincense.
No, that's
Not
pretty close.
Frankensons.
We'll give it to him.
I hate it. I hate it here.
Sounds
Stop that. Stop that.
Sounds right. That sounds accurate.
All right, so now it's time to do my job again. Instead of just getting to pretend I'm a character like the rest of you. What?
That's a lot of work, bud.
I'm not looking forward to it either, all right? But what do you guys, or more aptly, where do you guys look? Do you keep your eyes open?
Well, above board, we spoke about adventuring in the flesh pit.
Yes.
Yeah.
You sure did. So do you go to the
Yeah.
Fleshpit, or do you? Just
I
try to
think
find people to
we
talk
go
to?
we go to what we think being the central area of course, the Flesh Pit area, but we kind of try to find where like the most people have congregated and kind of start there.
In the flesh pit.
Not in the Flesh Pit, outside the Flesh Pit.
No, in it.
We're not going in the Flesh
So
Pit.
we
yet.
went into the flesh pit, but then we went back out because we can't decide. And then we went in again and out. And in again and out. And in again.
you fucking.
We couldn't
guy.
make up our mind.
Couldn't make
all
up our
right,
mind.
so you're gonna go where people are congregated. I think the during the day, that's gonna be like a bazaar, right? Like people are there, but they're it's
What's
gonna
so
kind
weird
of
about
depend.
it?
Shut up. It's gonna kind of depend from time to time, from place to place. Like I think that there's constantly. This is a good place for people who are merchants.
It's important to wear depends when you're in constant.
Mm-hmm. So
Especially with your flesh pit.
there's a
He
there,
hates us.
there is a flow of merchants through here
Yeah,
because this
there
is
is.
God fucking damn it.
I heard it before you even said it. I was like, here it is.
There's a flow of merchants through here because this is one of the last cities on the way to Bridgemore. Bridgemore being a place where obviously people go to sell things. It is also the only way across the Great Chasm, and thusly, if they wish to sell things on the other side, they would go that direction. There's a fair amount of merchants, which means the bazaar is pretty busy. That being said, there's also groups and areas where researchers gather, and there's also areas where you might find people who are like mining the flesh pit for flesh, or other adventurers who are just kind of like stopping here or looking for a trail to follow. You may choose any of these places. You may choose any of these groups to start trying to look at. These aren't specific places, these are groups of people. Also, if you'd like, because you have one of the shadier sort with you, you may ask him what looks like the place where the shady people gather, because it doesn't matter if he knows the language, he knows a language that you don't.
I'd say the adventurers.
Yeah, I follow Jorn, whatever Jorn thinks. Jorn's a guard. Jorn knows who's like in charge in places, right? Like he can find what's the word? Authority.
I'm going to allow Jorn to make, if you're just going to put this on Jorn, I'm going to allow him to make either an intelligence or an awareness roll to kind of find some people to talk to. Or
Can I give him like aid, tactical advantage on that?
You can. I'll allow you to give him tactical advantage on that if he uses awareness. If he uses intelligence, I will not.
No, I'm using awareness.
Can Klep also point out the shady people? Because he's
shitty
also a thief?
people?
Shady.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
Klep is also a thief.
Klep is also a thief, but Klep is not one who knows organized thievery. Klep is a thief by necessity. That is I think the biggest distinction, and I have been working since we both made thieves or characters who are thief-like. His job is thieving, right? That's what Jairus does.
Yes, scoundrels.
Jairus understands organizational theft. You understand theft for necessity, or even for fun, and I think that would be the biggest distinction, right? I think that's, as an urchin, that's what you get, right? You're a rogue, but his job is theft. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Unless you are allowed to take a profession at second level or at a different level, I don't really know.
I was.
Okay, but so I'd say that he just has more experience with it because he's been doing it a little longer.
Either way, it's fine. I understand it.
So what am I doing with the TA?
You're going to add it to your awareness roll.
So +1 to my awareness roll?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So 15.
All right. And if you have any applicable skills, you can feel free to add them. It doesn't have to be awareness.
Fortuity?
We'll take it.
Honestly, fortuity, I will take here if that is an applicable awareness
So
based skill.
17.
17. Okay, yeah. You go there. You find some adventurers, and you start talking to people. I'll need a group charisma check here,
Oh.
just to see how well you sort of grease the wheels with these people.
Well, I do have persuading 3. Does that help? Can I
I'll
use
give
that
you a
instead?
persuading because some of these people will speak your language.
For story's sake, I'm gonna take a -1 instead of a +1.
Yes, take tactical disadvantage. You're an asshole now.
I rolled a 16 then.
That's okay. I rolled a dirty 20.
Okay.
I
that's great.
yeah, I got a 19.
19.
God,
dirty
we're all
20.
charismatic.
I am not. I just rolled real good.
Yeah.
I rolled 19 plus 1, so.
I rolled a 17, so I got 16.
Very charismatic fellows. All right, so this is the buzz you hear.
At least today.
This is the buzz you hear amongst the adventurers. Now, obviously, not all adventurers are willing to share their potential
Money.
money. Yeah, exactly. But here's what you're able to hear, pick out. Some people share it with you, and so others just kind of like hear it a little bit, right? One of you's good at eavesdropping, and you could pick out a couple of languages here and there, right? I'm aware which one. So you find 2 situations worth looking into. One of them says they talked to some researchers and some people around town. And there's apparently a relatively renowned researcher who's not been seen in like a day or two. And so they're kind of looking for, like, there's no like, we've got to find him, but they just haven't seen him. There's a good chance there is a chance he's in some sort of danger. There is no guaranteed reward, which is why people kind of give that one up for free. Like, if you find the guy, maybe he'll and he's in trouble, it'll be great. If not, you just
What is the
found
guy
him.
again?
He's a renowned researcher. He's kind of a well-known researcher. This area,
Of what?
The Fleshpit.
the area of Nelathesh is well known for having researchers here because there's things that they're curious about. These are more scientific people, scientific and magical.
Okay.
Magic science, the combination of the two, right? Between
magic.
the Fleshpit, yes, between the Fleshpit and the floating island, which I think maybe if you ask questions, either Jairus informs you, there is a floating island here.
No, you did tell us that we saw that.
Yeah. So between those two things, there's a fair amount of researchers here researching different stuff in Nalathesh for different reasons. You don't know exactly what he's a researcher of. You just know he is. People talk about him as like one of the intellectuals in who's sort of big time to some extent.
I turned to Gaul and I go, well, you are looking someone versed in magic. Maybe he'll know something.
It's kind of what piqued my interest too. And anybody who can research for a living's got to have money, right?
As I say, there is no guaranteed.
Yeah.
There is no guaranteed payout there. I just want to make this clear. There's no guaranteed payout there. This is just kind of the, like, hey, maybe this guy, maybe somebody should look for this guy. It's kind of what some people. And there's maybe a couple people who are like worried about it, but for the
And with our previous conversation, doing the right thing, finding somebody who might be in trouble sounds like something we could start doing. I don't even think we even listen to the other stuff just for the moment.
Do you think you stop there? Because I could tell you what else you might hear.
There was 2 you said, right? Right out
2.
the gate. Let's hear the other one.
Okay, so if you continue to sort of like hobnob around with these other adventurers, you hear about a different set of researchers. These people are specific. They are actually researching the Fleshpit. It is said that they actually know a lot about it, and they're looking to run some tests on the Fleshpit, and they'd like some people to volunteer. And by volunteer, they will get paid. They're willing to pay people, but I think the reason that you hear about this is because some people are like, I don't really want to fuck with that Fleshpit. Like, sometimes people disappear and get eaten by that thing, from what I've heard, and they're doing tests on it.
I thought people minded it's dangerous.
Yes. I'll even hold on. I'll give you an in-character voice of some random person. Oh yeah, man. Like that thing's it's a pit made of flesh, man. Will you expect everything to be like fucking hunky dory? I don't know.
How do that? Are the miners' jobs dangerous? Like, how does that?
There's places that are less dangerous, as far as I've heard. I don't know. I'm not a
Oh,
fucking
okay, all right.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but why not both?
All right. So, do both jobs? It's fair. Hey, we can always keep an eye out for the other dude. Yeah.
Sure. You're able to get the word that if you want to start looking for the dude, you just have to go look. The best place the first place anybody says to look would be the Fleshpit. Just like, if he's gone, I would check there first. If you don't find him there and you don't die, then move on. And then when it comes to the researchers who are doing research, you learn that they have an encampment near the pit.
This seems like the way to go.
To the pit.
To the pit.
What are you guys gonna do first?
We'll go
Let
talk
me
to
chime in as Jairus. Yeah, fucking sure. Where are you guys gonna go first?
I mean, if we don't have to go to talk to anybody about finding the main researcher, we could just search for him in the meantime while we do the test. So let's go to the pit and talk to the group.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, you guys
Two birds, one arrow.
You guys, you guys make your way.
You can hit a bird.
I can't.
Good.
Somebody can. I heard it in a story once.
I was gonna make a character who could do that, but I don't know.
You guys make your way to the pit. You were given instructions, so I'm not really gonna make you roll to find these people. You're kind of like, oh yeah, they're over there. Like they'll be easy to find. Blah 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 blah.
They're that way.
Yeah, go that way. You'll fucking figure it out. Because these are adventurers. They're kind of gruff. Some of them are murder hobos. Anyways, so you make your way over there, and
Looks like a hobbit.
You find this these research tents. You go in, and in there you find what seems like a fun. You find a dwarf.
Mining dwarves or researcher dwarf.
Researcher
like that.
dwarf. Yes, you find a researcher.
Is he wearing a lab coat?
Of course, he's wearing a lab coat.
Oh, let's go.
You find a dwarf. He's got a very well kempt, almost sharp and pointy beard, and a nice mustache that swoops up a little, not to this level, but swoops up a little. Who
finally somebody who is an approachable size.
He's a little taller than you are.
I look down at fucking Gall and go, "You got something against tall people?"
You're huge. You know how hard it is to crane my neck all day.
How tall? This is just for Jeff. How tall is Jorn again?
6'4".
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
tall.
slightly
3'10".
below that.
Almost.
At 6 foot even is
Yeah.
Jairus. So Jairus just looks
it's-
over.
it's- It's almost as tall as I am in real life, but
I look at Clep and I was like, it's like tall people privilege, man. It's hard to look up all day, right?
They'll never understand.
You'll never get it. No.
you don't bump your head on things all day long. As I duck down to get into the tent.
Yeah, I think Jairus with horns is probably taller than Jorn. Like Jairus's height is just the top of his head, but his horns go up pretty far, and he gives such a solemn nod.
Horns look so badass till you realize how fucking often you must catch him on shit.
Mm-hmm. That's why he doesn't wear a hood. Just so inconvenient. So moving past this weird solemn nod situation, you come over and you're like, we'd like to speak to the somebody about this.
Do you speak to Shari?
And a dwarf comes out and he goes, oh yes, I speak your language.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. We are an adventuring troop. We understand that you are looking to send someone for pay down into the mines for research purposes.
Oh, yes. It would be, of course, heavily monitored, but yes, we are looking for such a thing. Yeah.
What do you mean monitored?
Well, of course, we can't trust you to do all the research yourself.
No. I understand that we're supposed to get you samples or
exactly.
information.
Information
well,
is the point of research, yes.
We're looking for a job, and we'd love to hear more about it. We are open for hire.
Unemployed.
That
is also true. Anyways,
that is accurate, but not the way you should put it.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yes, come with me.
And he leads you into another room.
No such thing as unemployment in a gig economy.
He leads you to another room where there's like sort of charts and graphs and stuff like that. And I'm going to try right now to learn how this word is said.
Glockenspiel.
Had to get that out of my system. Anyways, he goes,
Well, what we've learned after doing research here is that this Fleshpit seems to have a fully formed molecular at the bottom of it.
Bless you.
No, that's the name of the creature. It's there. Yeah.
Does that name ring any bells?
Let me look at my little sheet that I have, my little cheat sheets. Pulling up my cheat sheets because they're there for cheating. What do you mean opening document? The document was already
You ain't trying hard enough.
Never mind. I'm not fucking with that sheet.
We can move past it for now. I rolled a 4.
You're right.
What if
We
Klep
can move
rolls for
past it.
eavesdropping?
No,
If
because
they want to roll, they can, but
I
I know
I
nothing.
definitely know.
What'd you
Sticking
roll?
with bless you.
20.
Oh, rolled a 20.
Nat 20.
A natural 20,
Nat 20?
even. That should be rewarded, one would assume. But will I reward it is the question.
Nope.
How
That
about
requires me to look shit
no?
up, so no.
Will I reward it? Okay, let me look here. Okay, let me see what type of...
Now see here.
Now, see here.
Now see here.
Yes.
That's not filled out.
Or,
Look at that.
or my
How is
other
that
personal
not filled
favorite,
out?
adjusts bow tie. Now listen here, you little shit.
That's fucking useless. How fun is that? Useless. All right, let's go back to my stupid cheat sheet, which sucks. You'll excuse I didn't take Jay's advice and get a better PDF viewer, so...
I recommend it. It's helped me a lot. But also, that link you sent is also good too.
Yes, it didn't help me there. That's what I was
They have an
doing.
SRD now. Mythcraft has an SRD, everybody. Well, he looks into it. Mythcraft has been a really fun system. It was made by some company.
Quasi-Real.
Let me look into that.
Quasi-Real.
Quasi-Real made it. It's very new. And it's very similar to D&D in the fact that it's a D20 system. You're basically operating off of 7 stats instead of 6 and a couple of hidden ones. But otherwise, the system runs the same. It's actually a little bit more streamlined in some ways, except for the ones that are new to us, so they don't feel streamlined because they're new. Because they want everyone to know what kind of thing you watch. He's not really looking it up. He's watching a YouTube video. We caught him.
We caught him red-handed.
You didn't catch me doing
and
shit.
That's all I'm going to do because we actually have our own product to sell. Hey, Torchlit Tavern is not just a Twitch stream, even though there are several Twitch streams. If you'd like to just watch the video on Twitch, we also run a show called Wacko Mundo, which is using Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Jeff is our GM, and on that's on Wednesday, and then on every opposing Wednesday or opposite Wednesday, these guys are doing a world building exercise where they're trying all sorts of world building RPGs. And it's been a lot of fun. I was on the first few episodes, but I've had to take a hiatus, but they're still doing it. They recently played a game called Kingdom.
Yes, Kingdom was
we
yesterday,
started. We
or
just started.
was this Wednesday, and not to toot horns, but I feel like that episode was toot worthy.
If you were to toot some horn about some episode, that's the
So you're
one.
telling me
Jeff has
it wasn't
frozen.
horny?
Fuck me to dev plus
Oh, there he's back.
blood-gutted hell.
Called it names and it fixed itself. So yeah, check those out. Also check out our podcast if you live a life where you can do other things and you just like to listen to stuff. We have a heavily edited podcast
And
at
tell Jay
IGN.
to make merch.
They have to say something merchable. That's up to them. They've got a they got no catchphrases.
Flavor.
No catchphrases. These people. My team needs better catchphrases, and they need to work on that.
We've got one. We've got
Yeah,
one
it's
here.
bad. You should feel bad.
Flavor.
Did you coin that? Is that you saying flavor on the soundbite? Because if it is, I was not
All of
aware.
us.
Yeah, it's all of us. Well, no, it's actually
I was gonna say I wasn't me.
no, it's me. It's me.
Ian and Henry.
Yes, it was Ian and Henry.
No, I was there for that because you clipped.
You were
that.
not.
No, we didn't clip it. We didn't clip it
clipped it.
successfully. We recorded it later.
We
right.
recorded it ourselves in my
Look
office.
for flavor stickers coming soon. Probably not.
Yeah,
but
I
maybe.
don't know. I guess I could make a design for
with
flavor.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it's two hands to
Yeah.
flavor.
Flavor. Yeah.
You got to
See,
be
there-
like
there we go.
squeezing the word flavor.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for 6 years, and nobody on my podcast has come up with a fucking phrase.
First off, that's not true.
No, shut up. You don't get to do
Black,
this.
black
Keep
powder.
doing your fucking Google. You get back in there and
Black
figure out answers. I'm riffing
If-
for you, man.
I know.
If we
okay,
do make
so
that
here's
merch
what I
and
got.
it's solid merch, I want that.
I do want to. Merch
want
is
it on a
on my
hat.
merch is on my dream board right now, so don't you worry. We're also in an ad, I think. So
Waiting
or
for
like
money.
we are, but you can't see it yet. But we are.
Ad break ends in 34 seconds.
Yes, but the subscribers still get to see this anyway. That's not the point.
Now Nissan.
So I will tell you, you rolled a nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you would have heard of such a thing. This is kind of a big ass deal, but also something that you probably wouldn't even come across regularly. I'll tell you this much. With a nat 20, to have been roll me a luck check, and based on your luck check, I will tell you if you were able to know anything about it. And then I'll tell you as much as I think is viable with a nat 20.
It's an 18.
18. Okay. So you just know that that is something real big and real scary. Like 18 is enough to know to have heard of it. And all you've heard about is like, it's like some sort of like high level fuckery. Like that's eldritch and scary. That's
So
what
things
you
that
know.
I would already be worried about because Faye.
100%.
Got it. Mhm.
100%. It's eldritch and it's scary. And you're like, if you would have heard that with your nat 20, you'd have been like, that exists here or anywhere? Like, what do you mean?
So is this like
Yeah,
its
me-
cocoon?
Meanwhile, I'm like, because I have no idea. Yeah, so that sounds cool. Yeah, we could probably look into that for you, Jordan. Don't you think?
Yeah, you see a kind of a worried look on Jordan's face. He's like, so is this
Oh.
its cocoon that you're farming?
Well, we're not really the ones who are farming it. To be quite clear, but it is we are uncertain if the flesh pit is a part of it or just a place where it lie.
Is it dormant?
It is for the most part. That is part of the reason you see.
For the most part.
That is part of the reason you see such a heavy presence of the Bronze Guard and such in a place that doesn't really feel as though it's necessary for them to be around. They're there to help keep things at bay. By the way, this is important. They apparently ride something called Dragonisi, which I can only assume are like dragons.
Wyverns, maybe.
Yes. So like you see these guys in
Or
really
giant
nice,
iguanas. Ooh,
in
giant
really
iguanas are
nice
cool.
armor with these big bronze face masks, and or helmets, and like these guys that you've seen, you're like, these are clearly guards, but these are fucking guards. These are elite motherfuckers, which is something that you may have been able to imply from the way Jairus is like, I would like to not fuck with those motherfuckers.
Mhm.
Um,
Can we create flavor in this one and have them be, you know, the sand lizards from Star Wars from the first episode 4? But can we make them like frilly and more iguana like, swift?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they already exist, so let's wait for said description.
That's true.
You
That's
know,
true.
as
how
I'm
I imagine them
certain
being,
that's
though.
what Jay's doing right now.
Draconis?
Mm,
Draconis?
I think
Dragon
so.
EC.
Something like that.
I
Hold
don't
on.
see.
Give me a second.
Dracanis is the closest thing that I've found so far in
That's
there.
probably it.
Jeff, I have a question though before we get further.
Yes.
Is that voice that you're doing an Obama voice?
No.
Because
Funny,
at one point you said, "To be clear."
To be clear,
to be clear.
I was like, is this
Draconi
like-
might look like dragons at first glance if one doesn't know how to spot the differences. A Draconis
hold
has
on.
thick scales and the mighty jaw of a true dragon,
Uh,
but is much smaller.
to be clear, it's Dracaneinises.
Oh, maybe that's the plural.
Yeah, Dracaneses.
It's got to be the plural because there's nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, so they look like a dragon. They're a dragon as a dragon. They've got wings, but they're not large enough to fly.
To
The
fly.
wings aren't,
Yes. So
but they
they're
can glide
big,
and jump with the wings.
they're big dragon-like creatures that are spooky.
They
ooky
cannot
wooky.
breathe fire.
They can chomp you.
They can chomp chomp.
They can chomp chomp a chewy chomp.
Nom.
It's definitely the kind of mount that you'd have to pay money for to have at character creation.
Yes.
A
I
lot
feel
of
like
money.
and you're at, yeah.
Yeah, a lot. I'm sure.
Your entire starting plus some.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So-
I mean like in a video game, like just that sick mount that everybody.
Oh
buys.
yeah.
Pay real money in the video game.
Yeah.
for it,
Yeah, I got to
yes.
pay real money to get that.
Micros,
mount.
Or you got to
transaction.
farm for fucking ever.
Yeah,
Or complete an entire battle pass.
something like that. Yeah.
So yes, you've noticed some of them writing these. They are Cavaliers writing that. They are fucking top of the notch. So when he's like, yeah, that's what they're there for, you're like, oh, that does explain why
Oh.
they're these fucking super elite looking dudes just chilling in what seems like a relatively small city. Going on, moving forward, he goes, yeah, so
To be clear.
So it's it could be quite dangerous, which is why we're willing to pay. But what we intend to do is test some chemicals, some reagents, some stringent compounds against its flesh to better understand it. What we need, as the flesh pit is somewhat of a pit, you will need several people to be lowered down, and from there they will test these reagents. Preferably one tests while one observes and takes notes. But we are aware that sometimes these tests can result in some version of rumbling or awakening from creatures. It is dangerous. I do not wish to sugarcoat this for you. It is dangerous.
How close are we meant to be to this creature?
Well, it lives at the bottom of the pit, which is well over 40 feet. It is well over. It is deep in the pit, which is about 80 feet deep, which there are some outlets now that people have begun to mine, but we'd prefer you go against the pit wall if possible. It's where the
we'd like to test the most exterior flesh.
I look at
Okay.
everybody else. I'm like, we've done more dangerous things, but
Yeah. What exactly would you be offering as far as compensation for this job?
Well, for compensation, we could somewhat discuss that from moment to moment, but we can offer a fair amount of silver coin. And when I say that, I'm looking up to make sure I don't overpay you, motherfuckers. So give me a second.
3 billion silver coins.
Right. I
What?
don't want to be like, we'll offer you 100 silver coins apiece, and be like,
It
that's
doesn't matter what you say. Gall's going to say that sounds fair, because as stated, I don't fully understand. I know that money is a thing, and I do know that
Clef
vague
also
concepts about
blindly accepts.
it. Any amount of money, because all the money you've made recently is more than you've ever seen, right?
Yeah.
Jairus, how is it that you and I are the freaking ones that are like? No, that doesn't sound right. Wait a minute. Hold up.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. You guys can keep going on. I got my headset.
Yes, we will. We will go on without you. Here for where? Anyways,
God, come on with the order.
that's funny.
Oh God, this guy stinks. Wow, somebody's
Okay,
playing Risk of
okay,
Rain 2.
okay. It doesn't really. I'm not really seeing a good guide here for like how much I should pay you in any given section. I'm trying to really.
I mean, I'll take 100 gold per 100 silver per person.
I mean, if it gives you an idea,
Tell
It
me
is a
what the
dangerous
last
job.
loot I
Hazard
gave
pay.
you.
Hazard pay.
Tell me
I
what the
make good
last
money.
loot
I
gave
make
you was.
pretty good money as a barrister working all fucking week. I make 4d10 SC per week. If that gives you
I
an
don't
idea of
remember what mine is, but
I think mine was one of the more high paying ones. So I can make at the best roll 40 silver coin per week.
Yeah.
On average, I'm making 20 silver coin per week. So if you're offering us,
hazard pay.
a few hundred, I think you're probably good. Yeah, I was gonna say, Gall's gonna fucking argue for like, wear and tear on equipment.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I could definitely use some upgrades.
Yeah, I feel like there should be a loot chart in here somewhere. One would assume like something
It
of the
might be
sort.
that they haven't gotten to that point in their stuff.
Yeah.
Got to leave the room for them future books if you want to make that good RPG money,
I don't think they're too focused on that good RPG money, but
mean,
let's.
I want them to keep going, so I encourage them to do
They-
some things.
You know
that
what?
go with
What I
RPG
will do is I
territory.
will take this opportunity to tell you that they're already coming to the end of their Kickstarter for their first source book that will fit both Mythcraft and 5th edition, called Veil of Eternal Night, which has more classes and stuff like that. All fucking spooky ooky vampires and werewolves shit. So that's kind of cool. All right, fuck it. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have it yet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let it. I'm gonna let it fly. I'm gonna give you. I'll say, for your trouble, being one or several of you may die, we're willing to offer 100 SC apiece.
That sounds great.
Sorry to all of our viewers that had to live through me realizing that I hadn't put a price on that yet, because I'm a
All
big
right.
old
Here's
stupid.
here's
'Cause
another
it's
thing for your scale.
priceless.
Here's another thing for your scale. A common magic item with an essence cost of 10 costs 200 to 500 material cost in SC, which means that you handed us, we got rares all around the board for that first mission, which was equal to 1,500 to 50,000 SC. So it does sound like if you stick with this, they're trying to get off super cheap.
Okay, so yes, you're right. Fuck it. I'm gonna bump it for you, but
I'm
gonna
not
bump
saying
it
that would change what you said, but
yeah, I'm gonna bump it, but I am gonna say like they are researchers, right? Like
yeah, sure.
they're not rich.
They have research grant money, but they don't have.
I'm just saying,
fuck around and find
literally
out
the
money.
only chart for a
Right.
money
No,
comparison
absolutely.
here.
No,
is,
that's a
is the
good. That's a good. You're absolutely right because that's based on what their first uh big book, and that's like a whole thing though. Like that was like a whole series of things, and that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
your big goal. So I'm gonna say
The common material cost is 200 to 500. An uncommon cost is a 500 to 1500, and a rare is 1500 to 50. Huge gap for rare.
I'm gonna give you the 200 a piece, or actually I'll bump you up to 300 a piece. We can offer 300 silver coin a piece
That sounds great. How,
with
I look at Jairus.
yeah, I look at Jared.
Jairus looks, so he kind of cocks his head and he goes, does seem worth it.
Could you also cover any wear and tear on our equipment as well?
What if one of us dies? For the equipment, we will not cover any wear and tear on your equipment. I'm sorry, that's more on you. But for if one of you dies, you can split his share. I like that.
I'd okay, yeah, okay to the first one, not so much to the second one.
At least we're paid for him.
Or I guess. All right.
I prefer none of us die, if I'm being honest. Yeah, but at least we're paid for him.
It's not that bad.
I'm not, no judgment. I'm not taking your opinion on this.
All right. Quick huddle. Quick huddle.
Everybody
I
huddles.
can
It's really awkward because Jairus and Jordan are way up here, and then the two of you
Yeah.
are way down there.
All right. All right. What do we think?
Clips in.
I mean,
Jairus turns and he goes, "So, are you going to be lowering us down?" The dwarf goes, "No. We will be there to monitor, and we will inform the Bronze Guard of of this experiment, and hopefully they will keep an eye out for us. Well, not hopefully, they should be keeping an eye out for us, but that will also be on you, as we wish to not be directly responsible for you guys' lives, which I believe is respectable."
Can I get an awareness check to see if this guy's desperate for help?
Yeah, go ahead, shoot me an awareness here.
If he's trying to play
You can
cool,
go awareness intuiting, even, if that's going to help you.
that's perfect. 'Cause that's what I was hoping for. That's a 20.
20, he doesn't
21, in fact.
with a 21, he doesn't seem desperate. Because at the end of the day, if it's not done, it's not done. It's just something they're trying to do.
Yeah, but you also said nobody was taking this job.
There are not a lot of applicants for jobs like this, as it is dangerous and it freaks a lot of people out. It's a fucking flesh pit, and then anybody who happens to know anything about what's at the bottom of it usually shies the fuck away.
Klep says, "Okay, how about this? You give us each 300 and your lab coat." And rolled a 19 total for persuading.
I can give you a lab coat, of course. I don't know why.
Okay,
you
sounds
want
good.
one, but sure, you can also have a lab coat.
I'm gonna need C4, a stick of that, and that guy's arm.
Yes. Thank you for pointing out that he ever gets closer to just being Rocket Raccoon, and I don't know if he does that on purpose, but he's just doing it. He's like, "Yeah, I'm a
Funny little guy.
raccoon."
He's just a funny little guy, and he is making his transition to rude little dude.
Rocket Raccoon is a rude little dude.
To be fair,
He's a weird little dude. Yeah, he started as a funny little guy though.
He's a rude little dude
so-
that's been through some shit.
no.
yeah,
Well,
imagine
he
that.
if you're talking about when he was just a baby in the third movie, yes, he was a funny little guy. But if you're talking
No, I
about
mean,
first movie,
Klep started as a funny little guy.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, we go from our little huddle. We go back to our little huddle. All right, so should we take it? You look concerned, Jordan. You know anything about this creature?
It's not on the level of Fae, but it's
I mean, they didn't say we got to kill it, right? We're just like throwing some
but if we
some
wake it
water
up,
on it and telling them how it
Guys,
worked
guys. I'm getting a lab coat. We're doing it.
I look at him and go, the last time you started something, it didn't end well for almost all of us. So we're gonna do this as a group or not at all.
Hold on. Did you die?
Did you die?
Yeah, but he brought me back.
Yeah, he did technically die.
Again, we do this as a group or not at all. Not one person making a decision. That's how this works.
Jairus goes, hold on. I think you're making decisions and you haven't quite gotten all the details. Can we turn back to this man?
I agree.
Continue. Certainly. As I said, we have a list of chemical compounds we wish to test on the walls. Several of you, it looks as though it works out that 2 of you will need to be lowered into the pit, test the compounds on the wall of the pit, observe and document its response, and then you will be brought back up. We will give you the supplies to be lowered, the harnesses and the rope, but we are men of mind and not body, so we are not prepared for such a...
Jordan kind of looks at him as a stout freaking dwarf and goes,
Dibs on pit crew.
He holds up his arms. It's like these spindly arms. They're like fucking tree trunks.
yeah. He just gives him that look like, okay.
For a dwarf, you know, he's a fucking scrawny one.
I got a question real quick. How strong is Jairus?
Jairus has a 1.
Okay.
Which makes him probably stronger than most everybody else, other than you. Yes. Yeah, I'm aware. But he's also taken athletics. So that's a fully above board. Jairus is the only other strong boy here. Yeah. +2? Yeah. Yeah.
We
Mm-hmm. That's why you often see him doing things like lifting Klep, because like
That's why when Clip scampers up me, it doesn't affect me like at all. I'm like,
yeah. Because, you know, I've done a pretty even spread here. I didn't focus on too much for Jairus, but strength was one of the things I made sure he had.
I needed to do halberd things. I needed the strength.
I understand. I understand. Absolutely. So yes, fully above board. It would behoove you to make the 2 people that have points in strength, because I'm pretty sure the other 2 of you don't have points in strength.
and of smaller stature would be probably more beneficial to me.
I have a point in strength.
I weigh 40 pounds.
You have 1 point in strength? Oh, well then you and Jairus are technically of the same strength level.
Fantastic. All right. That doesn't sound bad. Like back in the huddle. That doesn't sound bad. We're just you got a strong arm. You lower us down. Me and Klep rub.
Klep is
whatever they
already
got on the
putting on a
wall. and-
harness.
Klep's like over there like, a deal's a deal. And he's fucking
Yeah.
shaking with the guy.
When you say lower us down, you are going to supply us
hold
with the
on, wait a
equipment
minute,
for
wait a
the
minute.
for the lowering. Is that part of the deal as well? You have all
To
that
be-
set up.
Yes, we will supply that equipment.
And
of
so,
course.
to be clear, it rubs the lotion on the skin or it gets the hose again.
Yes.
Yes.
Put the
And then it puts
with
the lotion in the fucking
but
basket.
and then we rub the lotion on the flesh pit, see how it reacts.
Yeah.
We want to see if it has an allergic reaction. We want to make sure that it can handle the lotion with scent. as opposed to the fragrance
Unscented.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, not tested on animals.
I mean, is the flesh pit an animal? Because it might be officially tested on an animal.
It's not sentient.
They're uncertain if it's an animal.
Animal, mineral, or
They know at the bottom of it there is an animal, and I'll tell you that I'm taking license here, but it's like 80 feet down to the bottom of it.
so like 2.5 stories.
Yeah, it's pretty far down in this sort of world. And
All right.
Okay. Sure.
he does say it is currently dormant.
Currently.
Yes, the
This
Milikir.
this seems I think we could be your team.
Wonderful.
Like I said, Klep's already in a harness.
Well, one of you has already agreed, but if the rest of you would, that would be great.
What could possibly go wrong? Smash cut.
Yeah, fuck it. We're at 10:19, so we can go a little bit later.
Ends
I'll
with
go
us
for a
lowering
smash
them
cut.
into the pit.
No, I'll go for a smash cut. We're in the pit.
Smash cut.
Something goes
We're being
wrong.
lowered into the pit by Jordan.
Yes, so this is how this is going to roll. You pick 2 to go in the pit and 2 to do the muscle work.
Jordan, I weigh 95 pounds.
I have a 3 in strength.
Yes.
I weigh 40.
Obviously,
I could
one
probably
of you,
I could probably put both of you down on the same rope.
probably,
rope
but for
helps.
safety's sake, that should
Yeah.
be split between the 2. Jairus, I'm sorry, I have to do this because Jairus looks at you and he goes, "You look stronger than I am. Can I take the light one?"
I look at him and go, yeah.
Perfect. So,
I'm like, and I look at both of them. I'm like, they're both light. Like in my head, I'm like, what does he mean light
What?
one? They're the same size. Because I'm not like I know they're different weights, but at the same time, I'm like they're the same size though. It's like, eh.
We put Klep in the basket, and then I take the ropes and I wrap them around my arm like a pulley, and then I take a nap.
Fair.
Stone anchor.
so 2 of you are going to go down. Now, of the 2 that go down, 1 is testing and 1 is observing.
Well, we know who's not going to be taking notes.
I'll take the notes. Yeah.
Can you tell
I'll
I
take the
designed
note.
this specifically for you instead of 4?
No way.
Does this feel very
I
customized
don't-
to you
I don't-
guys for
I
some
don't believe
reason?
Yeah, I will
don't
be
believe that.
taking the notes.
I don't believe it.
All right.
So let's see.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Roll
I'm great
for
with
initiative.
notes.
Fuck.
This is gonna be a different kind of challenge. We're not gonna go initiative based. We're just gonna play this set of
Skill
challenges
challenge.
as they go. It's a skill challenge, among other things. So as I say, they want you to test 5 chemicals on the interior wall of the flesh pit and study its reaction. 2 will hold the ropes, and 2 will run the experiment and observe. The one observer gets a chance to sense everything. Right, I'm going to give you some chances there, and you're going to make some luck rolls based on what happens. Do you guys want to just run this? Because I do not know how long it's going to take, and it's 10:22.
Run it.
Run it a little bit.
Okay,
Maybe we fuck up and that's our cliffhanger.
absolutely. All right, so we'll of course start with the people who are lowering. Let's see, what did I set that? We're going to lower with an intermediate difficulty. It shouldn't be too difficult, right? Intermediate means it's going to be DC 13. You can use athletics, but it is or any other applicable strength-based roll. So I'll
Find
make one
force.
for Jairus. You make one for Gall. Everything's hunky-dory.
Dirty
So-
20.
Yeah, lowered down. You 2 are in the pit. Row. It comes from inside the pit.
A giant cat appears.
Klep is going to apply the first of the 5 chemicals. Go ahead, before he does, give me your observation. That's going to be an awareness, and any applicable skill within awareness, I will accept.
Foraging.
Well, really getting
It's perceiving.
moves
It's
with it.
perceiving.
it's
It's got to be
perceiving
perceiving,
has
right?
got to be the one that you're doing. Absolutely.
It's a bad start. Bad start. 9.
Ooh, 9.
Wow, this place is real cool.
Yeah. Okay. 9 is not a great start.
I'm literally like, it's literally flesh, huh? Spoken at the wall. I kind of thought it was just like flesh light, like it was like. Is that are those pores? Is that hair?
So yeah, you're looking at it all right. You're just looking around the pit like, dang, we're in a pit made of flesh.
We're in a. It's like this is like a fucking colonoscopy.
All right.
We're the camera.
I need both of you to make luck rolls. Now, obviously, you can choose to spend your luck point here at any point, right? You each should have at least one. But both of you need to make luck rolls, and we're gonna do it as a sort of group. We'll take the. Am I gonna take the average or take the highest? I think I'll take the highest instead of the average. The average seems a bit too punishing.
Both of us, meaning me and Klep, still.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
2 in the pit. Make the luck rolls.
I got a
much
6.
better.
Oh.
That's a dirty 20.
Uh-huh. A dirty
It's feast or famine here tonight,
Yeah.
guys.
So the first one, the first chemicals applied, not that you see much of what happens when that happens.
Wow.
Everything goes well.
Oh shit! You already start.
Everything seems to go fine. For Klep, who's just right there, so he sees it. It bubbles, it fizzes, and the flesh kind of does a little wiggle.
Pop, pop, fizz, fizz.
All right.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Let's do our next perceiving. Each one, we're on to the next one. Each going to proceed exactly the same way. We're going to get your perceiving, then you'll do your luck checks. Something happens or something doesn't.
Okay.
Chemical 2
That's
5.
better. 21.
21. Okay, perfect. Yes, absolutely.
21.
All right.
17.
17 on your luck. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, do I need another luck check?
Yes.
19.
19. All right. Then both of you, this time you're watching clearly. You're taking good notes. This one doesn't fizz and bubble in the same way. It reacts slightly differently. You didn't really see the first time, but you do see the difference in reaction because they're applied in separate areas. Up at the top, the 2 holding, everything's fine. You're just being static, so no need to do any rolls at the top. We're on to chemical 3 of 5.
9 again.
9 on your perceiving. Okay. Let me get those lucks.
7.
22.
Lucky number
22.
7.
22. Keeps you good. This one appears to cause some discoloration, but you don't really see that. With a 9, there's some discoloration happens. You don't take very good notes.
Can I by any chance roll my own perceiving, and I can relay it to him? Because I'm there, I'm witnessing it.
It's about my note taking, I think, but yeah.
It is mostly about his note taking. I will allow you to do that, but if you do, you'll take a tactical disadvantage of 5 to your luck check.
I mean, I rolled a 22, so I'm cool with that.
Yes. 22 minus
Going
5
forward.
equals-
Going
Yeah.
forward, you won't know.
Yeah.
17.
Okay. You're doing great.
Doing great, bud.
So now I'm gonna roll for my perceiving. Keep going.
Number 4. God damn it.
Uh,
That's a 10.
okay. Not
Really
great.
is feature fam over here.
14 for the luck.
Okay.
Keep going.
What's your? Did you roll
What'd you get
another
for luck,
perceiving?
bud?
I'm gonna need you to roll 3d6.
No, I didn't. I didn't roll the perceiving.
What'd you roll for your
What'd
luck?
you get for your luck, then?
I rolled a 4 plus 3, so 7.
7. Okay, so what was Jay's again? Jay has the high roll here.
For luck, 14.
14. Ooh, 14. Well, let's
If it meets,
see.
it beats, Jeff.
Yeah, that's what they say. Odd or
We'd
even?
really love it. We'd
Odd or
really
even?
love to beat this
Ooh.
meat.
I'm an odd man.
Odd. First one to call is odd. All right.
I would have picked odd.
I love that. I love that you both would be on the same page there. What was your
Mhm.
observing? What was your perceiving roll again? 10, 9,
10.
7?
10. 10 this
10.
time. 10. Got better.
Well, it sure did. It sure did, bud.
All right. So what? I mean, what kind of words? I don't want to be repetitive. It's fleshy,
I don't want to be
Reddened?
repetitive. It's fleshy.
reddened, aggravated. What's another word for soapy?
A massage?
I mean, that is basically what you're doing, right? We're massaging the inner wall.
So you apply this one, and a little bit of like fire comes comes out as it hits. It like actually ignites a little, and
Oh.
upon this ignition, the two of you need to roll awareness. Well, one of you already did. The other one needs to roll awareness.
That's gonna be a 14 plus 0.
Absolutely. 14 plus 0. So we got a 10 from Gaul and a 14 and...
Plus 0.
Oh, I'm sorry. Plus 0. All right. This is going to be fun, huh?
We're having fun, guys, right? We're having fun, right?
We're having fun.
Oh yeah, sure thing. It's real cool down here.
All right.
We apply the 5th and final serum
No, you
before
don't.
whatever happens.
Yes. You wait your fucking turn. All right. So, because your 2 turns technically already went,
Oh.
now we're on to the new turn. A fleshy worm shoots out at you. Colette, it's going to...
There's a fleshy worm in the flesh pit.
Yes. It is going to make a attack.
Hey Ryan, how's it going?
Oh, hey, bud.
Hello.
It's going to make
Catch
an
the
attack
butt end of it.
versus your reflex.
Ooh, I have
Versus
that.
whose?
It makes an attack of 18 versus your reflex.
Oof.
13.
Ah, yes. You're going to take...
I feel like that's really low.
It is, but you're pretty low level. I don't know what to tell you.
Gotta get better armor.
Yeah. You're going to take 4 damage. And it's going to attack against your fortitude.
And these are just our static numbers we have, correct?
Yes, it's your fortitude defenses.
Yeah.
These are just your static defenses. It makes an attack against your fortitude. I'll allow you to make your worm in the butt joke. That sounds fine.
It's okay. Low hanging fruit.
Yep. What's your fortitude?
What'd you roll?
Me?
I rolled a no. This is still against Klep. This is going to be
Okay.
an 11.
What kind of damage?
It's going to do psychic.
Are we doing it meets to beats?
Typically one would do it meets it beats.
Okay, then yes, it hits.
Okay, you're going to take another 2 damage, and it burrows inside of you.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
Ooh,
So we'll address that later.
Yeah.
so it is worm in the butt.
It's a worm in you, all right.
well,
Meanwhile,
I feel like there's going to be bigger entities that have a problem with that.
well, you don't know. I'm the one who knows those kind of things. Meanwhile, Gaul, you just watch this happen. It came out and just, and then,
Oh god. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh fuck. All right. Problem down here. We're under.
I'm
No,
gonna
no, no,
make an
It's fine. It's fine. Fifth serum.
I'm gonna make
I-
an athletics check for Jairus because obviously he started shaking, rattling, and rolling, a little moving. He got attacked. Luckily enough, Jairus keeps him.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you honestly: do you think Gaul starts moving? Does Jordan need to make a athletics check? Does he think Gaul
No.
wiggles?
Go. I mean, not yet, but I think Gaul. Can I try to grab this worm by the ass and pull it out? And Ryan's so happy to have made it just in time for him to catch a worm on the butt end.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna allow you if you beat its attack of 11. I'll give you a shot at it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to grab it and pull it out. What kind of attack would that be?
You're gonna
Strength
make
or
you're gonna
dex?
make a dexterity based attack. That's because this
I
is
hate
like
that.
a reflex
Okay.
save sort of thing. Technically,
Okay.
this is
I hate-
not how the. I want to be above board. This is technically not how the game works, but fuck it, I think it's fun to give him a chance.
Hey, maybe you should roll Jordan to hold strength because I rolled a nat 1.
Jordan, go ahead and make that roll to hold it.
Because I think I fidget.
17.
17, you're holding on to him. No big deal. You got it. Well, actually, it is a bit rough because I'll let you know that that's a difficult level check for him now. And that's literally, you meted it, beated it. So, because he's a little on the heavier side.
Rude.
So, we're going to move on to the next thing, unless you guys want to be pulled up. This is your opportunity.
Oh no. I'm already putting the last serum on.
Okay, last serum
Just
on.
ignoring the fact that the thing burrowed into you.
Yes.
Fuck.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and give me your perceiving, because I imagine you're still keeping an eye out.
Shit.
But I'm gonna ask you, because it seems he probably surprised you on this. Go ahead and take at least a 2 tactical disadvantage.
Sure, but I'm fucking dialed in now. I rolled a 17 plus 4, 21 minus 2, so 19.
We are wearing the same hat.
Yeah, it's a 19 for perceiving this time, because apparently that got my attention.
I put my other dice back in its jail cell.
Do we need to keep rolling luck? I didn't hear that because you're muted, but I'm going to go with that's a yes. It's 7.
But I thought I'd hit the button hard enough. 7, not great.
That's a 7.
What do we got?
I should not have punished my other dice.
What'd you roll, Rick?
7.
Hey,
Both of you
lucky
got
number
a
7.
Oh no.
Well,
You hear a rumbling. Everybody does. Now,
We have finished the job. They can pull us up.
you hear a rumbling as all of a sudden you feel this pit try to suck you in. You're shaking, rattling, and rolling, and it's trying to suck you down deep. All right. Oh God, that's dirty. Anyways, now we need more checks. These are going to be Mm-mm-mm. This is going to still be a difficult check. So beat a 17, and luckily enough, Klep's smaller, so he gets the benefit of it not being so difficult.
Yeah, it's easy to pull out when you're smaller. Okay.
20.
Well, you
What was
keep
this
a
check
hold of
again?
him.
17 plus 3, by the way.
Oh, it's not for me.
No, it's not for you guys. You guys. How the turns
Yeah.
table.
The worm
Yes.
is doing the suck.
The worm is doing the suck. It is let's see. 8 attempts to swallow them. So you guys are lucky enough that it starts moving and boom, 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 boom. The two of them at the top pull you guys up. It's you now see like. Let me see. Hold on. Let me before I get too deep into explaining what happens here, I want to make sure I'm explaining the right way. You now see tentacles issue forth from the bottom of it. And the Bronze Guard are on alert.
Klep turns around and spits into the hole.
Yikes.
Go ahead and actually, let's take those last rolls. You got a 20. You both got a 20, as it turns out. We'll take your athletics rolls as your initiative. That puts them at high initiative at both 20 for both of y'all. And then let's roll one for this here. This here thing.
Is Klep not rolling?
No, you guys already have your initiatives. Your version of initiatives.
Oh.
Okay, we'll just give it.
Do we want to just end here, or do you think
Yes,
we can
Henry,
finish this?
spit in the hole.
Let's give that. Okay, everybody ended up right there at the same place. So all at the same time, this is what happens. The two of you get pulled out, which will take up your turns as tentacles issue forth from the bottom of this thing, trying to reach out and grab or attack you. Meanwhile, you see a swarm of creatures come out also.
That doesn't bode well.
I spit on each of them as well.
Hold on, I've got weird, nasty sounds for this.
Yeah, fucking give me the weird, nasty sounds. Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tentacles issue forth, slapping, and a bunch of these.
I had to
creatures-
allow Ryan's last statement, and I'm not sure if I'm okay with what I just did, but I did do it.
Edge him. Do it.
Yeah. Now it's gonna permit that term from here on out. Thank you. Where now I
Eh.
have to be more vigilant about when
Cut.
people say that.
If we weren't going to allow people to say "come," what are we even doing here?
It's fair. We're in a flesh hole.
I will give you the opportunity to end here, or we keep rolling. I will above board say that you won't be doing whatever's happening alone, as the Bronze Guard are there for this express purpose.
It's 10:40. Maybe we should let the next episode be an exciting start.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
No, this one's special. We went and found the best town because it has a flesh pit in it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's save it for next time then.
Before the scene closes in around Klep, he takes advantage of the time and seeing the borders closing in and just
Yes, Klep spits in the pit a bunch of times, but is not able
Just
to
keep
spit
spitting
on all
on
of these
it.
creatures. Anyways, we're gonna end it there, as now something's really happened. I didn't expect both of them to roll under an 8 on their luck rolls, but I did give the option for them too, which meant they awakened it, and though it may only be awakened for a short period of time, the amount of damage that it could cause them is great. Now they got real lucky. because their friends are strong enough to have pulled them out and not allowed them to be pulled deep down in the pit.
You guys should have dropped us.
Our pullout game's strong.
Pull out
Jay-
game.
Yeah.
Jay and I are
strong.
waiting to run
We're
our
waiting
new
to die.
characters.
We're absolutely waiting to die.
Don't worry, there's always a chance.
There's always a chance. We like to live dangerously nowadays.
It's like
Blow
1 in
clouds
10
on
it's
my
like-
face.
What's the chance of us
Blow cotton.
of us ever getting together? Like 1 in 10 million. So you're telling me there's a chance?
So there's a chance. And as I said when we started this, like a 1 in a million chance is practically assured in an RPG setting.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
So we will rejoin on our next session as no problem there, Ryan. We'll rejoin on our next session as we figure out exactly how dangerous the
Say it.
Milikir,
Use the words.
the Milikir can be. But until then, I'll tell you, I'm Jeff, your MC, telling you to put your hands in the air and be ready to be slapped by a tentacle. Let's do some
Ooh.
Tell
outros.
erotic stories.
Let's do some outros. Joining us tonight, as always, has been Maverick SD.
What's up, guys? I am the currently traumatized and working through some shit. Jorn the Hondu, because he's heard some stories, and we'll get into those another time around the campfire. And but yeah, we're jobbing. We're jobbing with dangerous things again, which we'll see how this goes. We have backup this time, but who knows? Maybe that backup isn't going to be enough.
Who knows? I'm not really the one to be able to tell you that, even though I should be. We'll find out. I don't. You know what? I'm not even going to tell you.
Next time on Mythcraft Country.
Yeah, we'll see next time on Mythcraft Country. Also joining us, as per always, on this show, Henry.
Hi. My name's Henry. And I want to tell you about a little cause that we have here. And it's the Ko-Fi. For merely dollars a day, you could feed poor and thirsty Jay. So
His cup was
take a
empty.
look at
I
that.
like
And I've been Clep. I've been your also emotionally traumatized.
Hiding
it much better than me.
Yes.
Ryan's right. We don't have the rights, Henry. Be careful with that. All right.
Yes.
He uses that one a little too much.
Yeah. But yeah. Also messed up little Clep boy.
Yes. Also, he just started streaming again. Look out for his channel,
That's true.
Mediocre Mets. And of course,
He might catch a collab one of these days.
he might even catch a collab or two. Who knows? Maybe we'll all jump on. I'll jump on the torchlit. And last but certainly the most important man here, as far as I like to just bump him up on this stream. I just like to pick him up on my shoulders. carry him around
Grandpappy.
like he's my little fella.
I'm not going to give you more loot. I'm not going to give you more gold in the other games.
Don't worry, I won't be
Grandpappy.
giving you much more loot either. I think you're gonna die. Jameson Oxford.
Hey everybody, my name is Jameson Oxford. Your game master in other versions of the Torchlit Tavern multiverse. But today I play Gall Sudman, your
Tavern Multiverse.
your-
I dig that.
the
Good
Torchlit
old
Tavern
country
multiverse.
lawyer.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at. My name is usually you can catch me GMing the podcast where Jeff plays along with Ryan in chat and Mitch and the lovely Katie Mischief. We love that freaking show. It's a little bit more edited because we put it out for audio medium and we try to make it sound as audibly pleasing as we can. So check that out if you like that sort of thing. Otherwise, you can also catch me playing the precocious and irascible Weasel Venti on the Wednesday stream where we play Dungeons and Dragons. as he said, we have a Ko-fi. Go check that out if you want to throw us a little money, because we play D&D for fun and we show it to you. So pay me.
And some of us have dice addictions.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes.
I won't say who, but some of us.
Yeah. I don't know that I haven't bought that many dice. I'm not gonna lie, but I have a lot of them.
I
So-
won't chime in. All of that being said, yes. Thank you for coming to Torch the Tavern's Twitch. We do try our best to give you some premium content here. We're a bunch of chuckle fucks. We hope to make something fun, and we hope you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy this and you'd like something slightly more structured with probably as many dick jokes, you can go ahead and listen to us on your drive to work or wherever you listen to podcasts. That's Torchlit Tavern, the podcast, different but similar. And I'll say this: Jay's probably a better DM than I am. So, like, if you want better DMing, watch there. If you
It
want,
only took me 15 years of experience.
that's all. That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
It's really simple. But you can also find us on all kinds of social media. We've got a Facebook, a Twitter, a Blue Sky, a TikTok, an Instagram. Check us out there. A website, all of that stuff. Give us your feedback. Let us know what you think. If you're here tonight as a fan of Mythcraft, we don't make much more Mythcraft content than this, but please come talk to me on the Discord or what have you. We're on all that kind of stuff. I am specifically. You can find me on Discord, Jeffrey Savage, and we're just here to have a good old time. So we hope that you've enjoyed it as well.
And if I may, God damn it. If you guys are more interested in a more chat interactive stream, check us out every other Wednesday. So we did this Wednesday, so we're not going to do it next week. So the following Wednesday, we're doing Building by Torchlight, and it's a lot more less structured than all things that we do. So if you want more chat interaction and playing around, that's a great place to catch us.
Absolutely. We do the, as we already said, we got the Wacko Mundo next week on Wednesday. The week after that, we're doing Building by Torchlight, and then we'll come back to Mythcraft Country on that same ass week. We're doing it for you, and if you want us to do more shows, then just tell your friends, because I'll put as much time here as it's worth. You know what I'm saying? Who needs sleep? All of that being said, we love you, and just remember, tell, I guess today, erotic stories?
Don't be afraid to put a flesh tentacle in your adventure, and that's brave of him.
In your butt specifically.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Well, I mean, if there wasn't a hole, he's willing to make a new one. Ask Clep.
You know what? Fuck it. I didn't like the feel of that. Tell good stories.
Tell good stories.
Tell good stories.